Hello everybody and welcome back to another typical City watch along. I think you know why I'm smiling and the Rags have lost. Don't you just love it? Don't you just love it? It's just so satisfying to get your weekend off with an absolutely corking Manchester United cock-up of the highest variety. Don't you just love it? The Battle of the Waterfalls were taking place today and the Battle of the Football very much landed in Brighton's favour, with the Amex Arena showering down on all the players and the fans as well. Same story at Old Trafford. It's pissing it down at Old Trafford as well, no doubt. But the football is what matters. And United are not very good at football. They're not very good at it at all, to be honest, by the sounds of it. But the hilariousness of this situation is the fact that Erik ten Hag was given a new contract because he beat Man City. The United fans were like, oh, he's beaten Man City, we're beating City, let's go and get him a new contract. Forget about the absolute shower of shite that happened before the FA Cup final, even the semi-final where they were 3-0 up against Coventry and they absolutely clawed their way over the line into that final. Fair play to United, by the way, for beating us in that final, though the one game of the season where the rag bastards decided to turn up. But forget the rest of the season, guys, because this guy needs a new contract. The start of the new season and he's already dropped 3 Premier League points. Can you believe it? I can actually. I'm not surprised in the slightest. It's so good. It's so good. And I mean, it's bringing back old memories of it was all, not nowadays, but back in the day, it used to matter more. It felt better to see United lose than City win. That's how much City fans hated United. Do you know what I mean? We've loathed them. Lately, we've stopped giving a shit about them because they've kind of become insignificant to us. There's no direct battle. Our hatred was very much stemmed from jealousy back in the day, but it's sort of resurfaced a little bit with the Community Shield. I felt that old school hatred for United. That FA Cup final was a sore one, man. It was sore. It hurt. And then to beat them in the Community Shield was like, whoa, that felt good, man. It felt good. And then today, losing to Brighton. Brighton, who, by the way, were bang average, I thought. Bang average. I thought United were average. In fact, that was 2 very average football sides that I thought were probably going to, you know, even itself out in the game. And the Xerxes goal as well. Off the line. I mean, the guy's just coming sliding in. After the superstar headline-grabbing debut that he had at Old Trafford, coming on and scoring a goal that I think was a little bit fortuitous, to be honest. To getting a toe on it, you could call it luck. Anything will do in that situation, in that goal he scored against, who was it, Fulham. But today... The elastic band of luck effect took place and went snap, and it disappeared. All that luck went out the window, and he's on the line to be called offside. Don't you just love it? Right, chat. I'm going to try something new today a little bit as well. Good to see you. We've got nearly 100 in the building. Please drop a like on the video if you haven't already. I'm going to try and highlight your chats and get them on the screen for you to get you guys involved a little bit, because it's been something I've been wanting to do. Super chats will appear in the main section, in the header. Let me try and do this. There we go. There. I can't do it. It's mirrored. It's the wrong way around. Anyway, there. But I'm going to try and have people appear up here. But, yeah, so we had King Fab. I can't see that. There's Yao White up there. Let's see if that worked. Oh, look at that. It worked. Ho-ho! He's on the screen! Anyway, King Fab. Good to see you, mate. Thank you very much. Jack, that guy is Jack, not Pauline. He's using his mum's laptop, so thanks for tuning in. Jack, good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. James, as always, good to see you, mate. Blues, we need a clean sheet and put up 6 goals. Yes, we can. Absolutely, mate. 100%. Church, good to see you as well. What happened to Ed Sheeran? I went with the wild thumbnail yesterday, didn't I? I thought that would be... I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny just to see, just imagining the scenario of Erling Haaland versus Ed Sheeran. Because anyone who doesn't know Ed Sheeran, who technically owns Ipswich, well, 1.4% actually is what he owns of Ipswich, and that's who we're facing today. So I thought, I was going through the Ipswich players, and I was like, who's a headline grabber? Who's a big name? Who's a big face in the Ipswich squad? I could have put Calvin Phillips, because City fans would have identified with that. I put Liam Delap in the thumbnail today. And then I thought, there's no one else, really, because Calvin Phillips is ineligible. And no one's going to recognise bloody Burns or Chaplin. Do you know what I mean? No one's going to know who the fuck is that guy. Most people will not know who that looks like. But I thought, Ed Sheeran, everyone knows who that fucker looks like, so I'll stick him in. Church with the team news as well. Yeah, that's right, mate. Good team news, to be fair, apart from Foden, who's ill. So I'll get onto that shortly, as well, into the team news. But we've got Theo as well. Good to see you, Theo. Jack, is it not a great day? Absolutely, it is, my friend. It is a very, very good day. As long as it continues in this vein, with a Manchester City win, that would continue the day of goodness that you're talking about. Absolutely, mate. Are you from the America as well? I can see a little USA flag there. Whereabouts in the USA are you from, Jack? Section, always good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Topaz, you shited lost. I'm living in dreamland. Absolutely, mate. So good, isn't it? So good. Betrays. Everyone seems to be enjoying the United defeat. We've got Bill in there as well. Anubis as well. Everyone's enjoying the United catastrophe that's happening. RT edits, Old Trafford falling. Ryan GS. I hope that's not... Yeah, Ryan. I thought I was thinking Ryan Giggs then. Bloody hell, mate. That's an unfortunate Ryan G. But Brighton tearing the Cockneys apart again. Absolutely, mate. So good. Isa, mate, good to see you. I was on my knees begging for Adingra to lob it to the back post, and he delivered. Great start to the weekend. 100%, mate. 100%. So good, isn't it? Like, it's not like today doesn't matter anymore, because obviously we need to win, otherwise the whole day's ruined if we don't win. But it takes the edge off whatever happens now, doesn't it? You know, it's just such a satisfying feeling, isn't it? All summer we've had to listen to those rags go on about that FA Cup final, man. So funny. Yeah, Wondering Woods, good to see you. And here we are resting Foden and Rodri. We're not resting them, mate. Foden's ill. Rodri is injured and close to return. So Foden gets ill a lot, doesn't he, actually? So, yeah, he was ill. He had the shits last year, didn't he? I remember that. He had the shits. And he gets ill quite a bit. But yeah, the chat, I'm struggling to keep up with the chat anyway. But sorry if I've not brought your name. Keep talking to me in the chat, and I'll bring up your chats, no doubt. Oh. Did you hear that, by the way? Let me know if you heard that. Ashley Young getting bird crap in his mouth was a vision of the future. Man United has now been getting Quit used to getting crapped on. I love it. William, absolutely truth if I've ever seen one. Let me know, did you hear that? Fed back to you. Stockport Chippy as well, 100%, mate. I'm enjoying this, highlighting you. But that super chat got read out. I don't know if you heard it, but I heard it, which wasn't intentional, to be honest. A little bit of an accident, maybe. So let me know if you heard that super chat live in your ear holes. It was really quiet. Right, okay, cheers, D. Good to see you as well, mate. Barely heard it. Yeah, it wasn't intentional. So that might get read out a few times if you throw some super chats. But team news, Manchester City. Same as Chelsea, really, which I'm reasonably pleased with, considering Foden is out. So we've got Edison at the back, Akanji, Diaz and Gvardiol at the back three. I think Lewis you're going to see cutting inside, Kovacic alongside him, Doku on the right, Savinho on the left is what I've gone for. I'm hoping that you see them on the natural side of the wings. Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne in midfield with Haaland up top. Let me just turn my fan on. 1 second. Yeah, so we also had a bit of a disaster yesterday around my way. We had a power cut, a massive power cut, because it was blowing a gale here in Manchester yesterday. To be honest, there'll be Americans in the chat watching, like, blowing a gale, mate. Like, it was like a little fart compared to some of the storms that you get in the USA. But it was pretty windy in Manchester. And a load of trees came down, took out some power lines around my way, which is like last year I missed the Watchalong because of a power cut as well. And they got it sorted, which is why my preview was late yesterday. I was planning on getting that up to you guys about lunchtime rather than like closer to dinner time. But yeah, all sorted in the end. I was just thinking, hope it doesn't happen again. I've had 2 power cuts this morning, which was really concerning. So if I suddenly disappear at any point, you know why. And it's not because I've panicked and Ipswich have scored or anything like that. I probably will. But if Ipswich go 1-0 up, black screen. But yeah, so I hope I don't disappear. The weather's calmed down as well, so I'm hoping they've sorted it. I got a text message on my phone from the Northwest Power Company saying, yeah, all good, don't worry about it. But yeah, Gundogan's on the bench. Yeah, absolutely. Topaz, 100% there. Gundo. Completely agree. That's the man we want to see today. Hopefully we don't need him. Hopefully we bring him on as a bit of a luxury, you know, to get to see him do his thing. 10 minutes, 15 minutes into the game's already won. That would be nice. But yeah, he's on the bench. You're hoping Phil Foden's illness is just a bit of a one-off. I imagine it is. I can't see it being a long-term thing by the sounds of it. That's the rumours at least. Rodri, you're hoping is okay by September. But we're getting away with it at the minute. Well, I say getting away with it. We did really well against Chelsea. Kovacic in the middle. We've now got Gundogan as well. So we've got cover there. I'm not as panicked now Rodri's not on the bench. And I mean, it didn't look like we missed him at all against Chelsea. I thought we did really, really well. Ipswich team news anyway. Muric comes back in goal. It was Christian Walton who started in the bags for Ipswich in the Liverpool game. Which, by the way, they played well in that first half. So as much as we're buzzing about United losing, riding high off beating Chelsea and then winning the Community Shield, these lot, first half, they're going to come at us. They are going to come at us, which I'm excited about it. I think this game's going to be a good game if he has the balls, if Kieran McKenna has the balls to throw the kitchen sink. Well, I say the kitchen sink, but be a little bit more aggressive, you know. None of this camping on the edge of your area, getting stuck in, pressing City high. And that's what they've been doing all the way through League One, all the way through the Championship, and in the first half against Liverpool. They had the quality of Liverpool shone through eventually in that second half. But first half, they took the game to Liverpool. You know, they created a couple of half chances as well. They were aggressive. They had the home crowd at Portman Road as well. So coming away to the Etihad, you've got the big bright lights of the Etihad, home game, first game as well. Crowd should be nice and lively. 3 o'clock kickoff, traditional time. I'm excited. I think the City fans will be a little bit boisterous considering Gundogan's back as well. You're hoping they cave. You hope Ipswich just don't have that mental fortitude to deal with the occasion, because it is a big occasion. You've come to the champions of England 4 times in a row looking for 5. Little old Ipswich rocking up. I'm hoping they cave, but they've shown pretty strong mentality so far to even be in the Premier League, so I think we need to expect them to be pretty aggressive. Axel Tuanzebe, Luke Wolfenden, Jacob Greaves, Leif Davis are the back four. Sam Morsey, Massimo Luongo, Ben Johnson, who I said would come in for you in the preview as well. I had a feeling that Ben Johnson, he signed from West Ham, he can play quite deep as well. I imagine he's brought in for a little bit of that defensive know-how because he can play fullback. He's effectively a very attacking fullback that's now on the right wing, so you can expect him to drop deep a little bit and protect Axel Tuanzebe, probably double up against Doku or Savinho, whoever's on that side. Smodics in the middle, formerly at Blackburn. Amari Hutchinson on the left, who's probably the most dangerous counter-attacking player they've got. Quick, agile, good dribbler. Former Chelsea and Arsenal youth product. So he's a good player. And of course, Liam Delap is starting up front for Ipswich, which, I mean, the guy's a good player. He looked decent. That goal he scored, I can't remember who it was against. I think it was like a League Cup game, and he smashed it in. I remember him like bursting into the area with a bit of space, and he just smashed it into the roof of the net. I can't remember who it was we were playing against when he scored, but I remember the goal, and it was a decent goal. So, you know, this is probably the year that he's thinking, I'm going to announce myself, at least to a Premier League standard, announce myself. Justin, good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well, and match days as well. Bandwagon or not, if you stay a fan, you're welcome. 100%. 100%. Yeah, you have to stay, though. You can't come and pick and choose. No, none of that, please. Douglas as well, how you doing, mate? Yeah. Are we expecting Doku on the right? I hope so as well, mate. I hope so as well. Jonny, here we go again. Stuart says, absolutely, mate. But I think, who's that? D's gone for 4-0 today. Haaland 2, Savinho and Bernardo Silva. That's reasonable. What did I think I said 4-0 as well. So we're in agreement on that one. We haven't seen Jeff in the chat, but we need to. I need to see him to thank him, because I'm hoping that that he's in the chat, because without Jeff, this watch-along would not be possible. And without the Northwest Power Company providing the electricity to my house, also big up to the Northwest Power Company. W's in the chat for the Northwest Powerline Company for restoring my power in time. But yeah, buzzing. Cheers for that, electricity men and women, of course. But yeah, Jeff, thanks very much if you're in the chat. If you're not, anyway, yeah, big up to Jeff for making this possible. But yeah, I might be a little bit behind you guys, depending on where you're watching it. I'm watching it on USA TV, Peacock. So it won't be as in tune with the game as it normally is when it's a non-3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Hey, it's just a bit of watershed. 3 o'clock. Games are normally on TV in the UK, whether it's 12:30 or 5:30 or nighttime kickoffs. I'm normally like as close to a satellite signal as possible, so I'm usually pretty in tune with the game. But I might be 10-15 seconds behind, so bear with me. Avoid spoilers if you can. But yeah, don't worry. Cock's on the mind, eh, Johnny? Yep. That's right, D. Always. Chagnosis, good to see you. D, why not Sky Sports? Because they don't. 3 o'clock kickoffs, there's the whole blackout, 3 o'clock blackout, which has been an ongoing rule, which is for the sake of multiple reasons, really, but to keep like lower leagues attractive, to make sure fans go to games, things like that. So in the UK, 3 o'clock kickoffs. I nearly said it again, D. Penis on the brain, absolutely. And that's what it was. It's because I'm watching on Peacock. 3 o'clock on Peacock. That's what it is. Yeah. Isa doesn't like Peacock. Blackout bullshit. Yeah, it's annoying. It is annoying, but I mean, I do. When I was a season ticket holder, I loved going. You know, I loved going at 3 o'clock kickoff. It was like traditional. When I was a kid, man, that's all there was. There was never any other games at any other time. It was Saturday 3 o'clock. That was it. You know, especially when I was really young, when I was like going, because I've been going since I was 3 with my dad and my mum. And yeah, when I was younger, it was like always 3 o'clock. You know exactly the score, not the score line, but the score for the day, what was going to happen in the day. Hey, the game's on. Jeff's got it working. Nice one, Jeff. So yeah, on the way it was just like sitting in the back seat with my mum and dad in the car, listening to the team news, listening to BBC Manchester, Ian Cheeseman, listening to everything, all the build-up to who were playing and whatnot. And then on the way home, you'd have that traditional football music. I know the UK fans love BBC Radio 5 Live on the way home for that one, and then it was like Yeovil 0, Brighton 1, Accrington Stanley 0, Peterborough 0. Like all the way home. I loved that guy, man. That guy, man, it was like an icon in football radio history, which is very much biased to the UK. Foreign guys across the seas will have like, what the fuck are you talking about? But if you're local to the UK, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, nowadays, 5:30, 12:30. What we got? 7 o'clock Saturdays sometimes. Friday night matches. Obviously Sunday lunch. Sometimes 2 o'clock. Sometimes 12 o'clock. Sometimes 4:30. I'm all for it now, and to be honest, more the better. It's just there's a line. I think we need to not go beyond what we're doing now. We need to be careful about wearing the players out and things like that, the fixture congestion, because we're already dabbling with danger right now with the FIFA Club World Cup that we're involved with coming up. We've got that to look forward to this season. Again, like, fortunately that we're in it because of the new system, and we get to don the gold badge for 2 years, which I think is the first time that's ever been done. But we're going to have to go and defend our Club World Cup Championship at some point. So, games. We saw it in the last season, didn't we, having to go and win the Club World Cup. And we effectively gave up that tie against Newcastle in the League Cup. We gave it up, didn't we? But is that what's his face? I thought that was what's his face? What's his name now? Mancunian Way guy. I swear that was him then on the TV. He just had like a handkerchief on his head. It might not have been him. But yeah, so there's the fixtures for today. Got some decent games. Villa, Arsenal later. Oh, I'm looking forward to that game. Oh, don't you love a bit of football in your face? Bit of football in your face. Yes, absolutely love it. Can't get enough. Get it in my eyeballs. I want some more football. I love that BBC. I can't play it because I'll get copyrighted. Hey, I got bloody copyrighted for my Gundogan song, by the way. It's totally my song. I remixed Country Roads. Totally, like, it's my version of it. And I got copyrighted by the original. Somehow, YouTube identified Take Me Home to Bring Me Hauser. Somehow those two were audio synced. And now, I can't remember I can't remember the record label for the Country Roads song. I can't remember the record label. But they're getting all the money for that video now, bastards. Absolute bastards. But, yeah, Gundogan, man. Can't wait to see him today. Just see him with my eyes, you know what I mean? Just literally just see him. Whether it's on the bench or on the pitch, I hope he comes on, man. I hope he comes on. And I hope we don't need to bring him on. But what a story that would be. Imagine if it's like a grimy, dirty 0-0 game. And then you bring Gundogan on with 10 minutes to go. And he does it. Last minute winner, something like that. That would be absolutely insane. Scott, good to see you, mate. Big up, Scott. I think you and Jeff are the longest standing members of Typical City. So big up to Scott and Dee as well under there. You've been a member for quite some time. But yeah, no, big up to you guys for being a member. If you're interested in becoming a member, you get access to emojis, things. I need to add a few new ones, I think. I think I've got enough members now to start adding new emojis. We need a Gundogan emoji. We need that now, don't we? Which is good. And 8 months. D, fair play to you, mate. Fair play. Yeah, Villa and Arsenal later. Look at that. Big banner on the pitch. Champions. 4 in a row. History makers. So good. Savinho, Premier League debut as well. That's exciting. I was really gutted about him coming off at half-time, looking back at the Chelsea game. watching what he did in the first half, it felt like he was just going through the gears as the 45 minutes took place. Look at that, putting out the trophies now. There's the Premier League, World Champions and the Community Shield. Just a little reminder that a treble was won last season, not the treble, but we did win a treble. In fact, there's one missing, because that Community Shield's for technically this season, isn't it? What does it count towards? Because it must be this season, mustn't it? The Community Shield, because we count the formidable season when we won 4 as part of that season, and that was at the start of the season, not the end. And also the Super Cup's missing. There's Gundo. There's Gundo. How good was his interview as well? He's so mature, isn't he? So mature, so calm, so eloquent, so well spoken. Like, just generally seems really intelligent, and he seems like a really nice guy as well. So I was watching the first interview he ever had. It was on Sky Sports YouTube channel. They posted it, a retro interview of the first ever interview he ever had at City. And he was just as eloquent back then. His English was a little bit more broken than it is now. I mean, some of the words he uses now, it's just like, yeah, do you know what I mean? He speaks better English than most Englishmen. But, yeah, he's just constantly been a nice guy, hasn't he? He just seems like a proper down-to-earth human being. And that epitomises Manchester City's approach to players. We really do, don't we? We proper focus on the human being as much as the footballer. Do you know what I mean? We really do. I think the footballer is obviously the priority. You know what I mean? We don't need to sign nice guys, otherwise my dad would be in midfield. He's a proper nice guy, but he's 70 odd, he can't play. I don't think he'd be good enough, to be honest. Proper nice, but, you know, doesn't work like that. Football's got to come first, but very closely behind the human being is what matters as well, because they don't cause problems. They get on well with other nice human beings, and that's about it. I was thinking of a third. That's all you really need, don't you, to keep the dressing room harmony at a nice, majestic, calm level. You just need nice people in there who are hard-working, good work ethic. You just name them. Look at all of the players we've got. There's no showmanship. There's no flash players. You know, like your Cristiano Ronaldos of this world, who's just gobby and flashy, and it's all about the flash cars. And like Balotelli was a prime example of a flashy player, but he was entertaining, but a problem causer. You just look at this starting 11 now. Kevin De Bruyne, he's a good lad. Bernardo Silva, good lad. Do you know what I mean? Rodri. Do you know what I mean? But absolutely down-to-earth guy who lived in bloody university apartment blocks for his first season at City, trying to get himself a degree. That's as down-to-earth as they come. You know, Akanji prefers maths. Do you know what I mean? Diaz. I feel like Diaz is just the most... If anything, Diaz seems like he's too boring, actually. It just seems like he doesn't have a personality. He's just like incredibly plain person, but a very nice man, but he just doesn't seem to have an edge to him at all. Haaland as well, really down to earth. A little bit flashy. He is a bit flashy, but as a human being, like, it's not about the money, where you choose to spend your money. That's not the point. The point is just good, genuine human beings. And it's like, I think that's what City do. They do their homework on these people. And you look at Cancelo. Out the door. As soon as you cause a problem, mate, out you go. See you later. You're finished. Yeah, Walker. That's a good point, Ryan. Yeah, well, not the... I don't know. I think he's made horrific decisions in his life. I feel like he strikes me, Walker, as a bit of a young boy in a man's body. To be honest, I mean, all that shit with his missus as well was dark, wasn't it? Like what was going on, and with I can't remember the names. I'm not that interested, to be honest. But like, she was a bitch about it. She was being awful about it, wasn't she? Like the one that he cheated with, trying to get him in shit. Trying to drag him down, trying to rinse every last penny out of Kyle Walker. Just awful behaviour, and like all around. Walker got himself into that mess. It's his fault that he did it. Stupid on his part. And I mean, you know, you make sure you surround yourself with decent people in life, and those things don't tend to happen if you surround yourself with good people. And that's what City do. That's what we do. Right, team is about to get cracking. Muric as well, former City player. Obviously, Calvin Phillips is a former City player, but ineligible. And Liam Delap, former Blue as well. Absolutely, Wesley. No place like home. Let's do it. Good to see you, Timmy, as well. How you doing, mate? Yeah, 230 of you watching. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Hey up, Jack. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're good. Game's about to get underway. Pepperino sat down. Pepperoni having a little sip of water. The mandatory sip. He always has a sip when we concede as well, doesn't he? If we concede a goal, he just sits down and does that as a sip. Just thinks about whose head he's going to chop off in the changing room when, for half time. Oh, we're getting on with it or what, lads? Bloody hell. Yeah, so obviously we're behind here because it's 1 minute past 3 in official time. The game's not got underway yet, but it's about to. Gundo and Kyogo will start against Arsenal, says Devious. Come on, Blues. Ipswich donning their away kit. Dark maroon, burgundy, whatever shade of red you want to call that. Bloody hell. There's something on the pitch. Linesman's got to go and pick up a piece of paper. Referee's making sure the pitch is absolutely perfect. And we're off! First home game of the season. Manchester City back in town. Ball given away immediately by Ipswich straight to Savinho, who has the ball taken off him, out for a throw-in early on. Come on, Blues. Let love lead. Brighton beat Manure, the Rags. Yeah, 100%, mate. Try not to spam if you can, mate. But there you go. There's your comment. Manure, Rags. 100%. Douglas is on Peacock too. Paper said pass to Haaland. Yeah. What, written down on it? That's a pretty simple instruction. Get the ball to Erling, the big blonde bloke up front. Get that ball to him. In the box, preferably. Because outside of the box, get it to De Bruyne. Pep said it in his pre-match as well, didn't he? He was talking about Haaland's play. So Pep's saying the basic things that we're all saying. It's not like we're saying something that we think's incredibly obvious and Pep disagrees with us. He's saying it himself, Pep, that Haaland needs to do more outside of scoring goals. He can't just be the guy who gets in the box and scores goals. He's the world's best at it, and he's incredibly good at it, and we need to do our best to get that ball in the box as often as possible. But there are occasions where... Hang on a minute, Savinho down to the byline. He's on the right, by the way. Savinho uses his right foot, though, which the cross is cleared at the near post. I'm surprised he's gone right. Ruben Diaz aggressive then on Liam Delap. Liam Delap looking immediately to back into Ruben Diaz. Nice one, Section. Appreciate that. But yeah, Savinho on the right, Doku on the left. We started the other way against Chelsea. And that's clearly Pep's instructions. And Pep even said that Doku and Savinho swapped of their own accord. They made the decision themselves. Savinho was meant to play on the left. But Cucurella was dealing with Doku in that first half very, very well. And here is the man of the hour, Doku. Great ball. Bags of space for Gvardiol. Across the face of goal. It's going to be one. How's it not 1-0? Somehow Haaland's claiming for a penalty here. Looks like he's been dragged and pulled down. The ball fed across the face of goal. Great ball from Doku, by the way. Good vision. Good run from Gvardiol. Gvardiol fires it across the face of goal. Muric gets a hand to it. And then Greaves looks like he's got his hands all over Haaland and pulls him down. Haaland trying his best to get something to direct, and they're giving it away again, Ipswich. Ball cleared. So no penalty given there, but that looked a bit dodge. Very nearly 1-0. I mean, the game carries on like this with Ipswich looking as nervous as this and City looking as crisp with our passing as Doku just was against to find Gvardiol then we're in business here. It's good to see Rico as well, by the way. Rico Lewis, who's just been crobbed. Bernardo Silva coming, collecting the ball deep. Free kick to City taken quickly. Akanji now striding forward. Lewis. Back to Akanji. What are your predictions for Aston Villa Arsenal? That's going to be an interesting game, that is, because I thought Villa have got they've got a good side there. Villa, they were the problem for Arsenal last season. Great ball by De Bruyne, nearly finds Kovacic, couldn't quite take it into his path. That's a foul. De Bruyne clipping the heel of Ben Johnson there. Let's have another look at this again. The ball's come across. Can't really tell because the ball's... It keeps showing that... Let's have this is a different angle. The ball's... The camera's on the ball. It's not showing Haaland. Have we not got enough cameras? Can we not see what he actually did before the cross? Because it looked like he was all over him then. The thing is, Muric gets a touch to it, which I think Haaland was running into it. The ball was coming in, but then the ball was like diverted, probably behind Haaland's path. So even if Haaland wasn't being touched at all, I don't think Haaland would have been able to get a touch to it unless he was... I don't think he'd have been able to put the brakes on that quickly to hook it in, because I think his momentum was taking him towards the original path of the ball, which was diverted by Muric's hand. So I'm not sure it would have been a tap-in for Haaland had he not been touched anyway, which may be what saved Greaves in that situation. Devious reckons Villa will shut Arsenal up, then City will finish them at the Etihad. Oh, we're giving it away here. What are we doing? Ben Johnson now bringing it forward. Closed down by Kovacic. He's beat... Oh, Kovacic with a great tackle. It looked like Kovacic was beaten then. He actually did beat him, but Kovacic quickly spun himself around and got a sliding tackle in really well. And they've tried to feed the ball through the inside channel to Doku, but out came Muric and clears it all the way up to Ederson. And now Akanji's bringing it forward down this right-hand side to Savinho, who's come a little deeper to collect the ball. I wonder if we're going to see that inverted winger. We are, in fact. Look at the other side of the pitch now. Look where Doku is, if you're on the same time as me. Look where Doku is. Look where De Bruyne is now on the ball. Left wing. Into Haaland. So we've got the same tactics we saw against Chelsea. That was not a one-off. That was the one thing I was curious about in this game. Was it going to be a repeat? Is this the new system? Or was it just to deal with Chelsea's central block? And you can see Sam Morsey immediately, number 5 there, getting back into defensive midfield to protect City. But here comes De Bruyne into Gvardiol. Oh, he's nearly. Sam Morsey, just as I said, the man who I was just mentioning. And there comes Hutchinson, his ability to counter-attack. He's ghosting past Kovacic. He's got speed there. They look like they're in it. They're in. 1-on-1. Ipswich. Ederson, get back. It's going in. It's fucking 1-0. It's fucking 1-0. Ipswich. Ederson gets a big touch to it. Fucking Ipswich. And that's what I deserve for that stupid fucking song that I sung in the preview. What a bastard I am. Of all the fucking teams to score. Absolutely out of nowhere. Ederson gets something on it. And it's Smodics. Really simple. Really simple. It was Hutchinson who was bringing it forward initially. Given away. It was good play by City originally, but then Hutchinson brings it forward, ghosts past Kovacic. Really, really easy. That's just because of his speed. Then he cuts it inside to Ben Johnson, and then a good run. And it's Lewis trying to play him onside. You've got to stay with the runner there, trying to play him onside, and Ederson gets a touch to it, but it trickles underneath Ederson really painfully and slowly dribbles its way into the bottom corner. And it's 1-0. Right. Gundogan. You ready? I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Don't worry. 7 minutes in, that old age-old saying, you've almost scored too early. You just don't let it rattle you now. Get composed, find your feet, just calm it down, make it 1-1 before half-time, and we'll wipe the floor with them in the second half. Savinho. I think we could hit back pretty quickly. Let's hit back. Let's get a goal back straight away because there was chances happening before they scored. It's just silly defensive awareness from City there. That it was bad defending really to try and play the offside trap so high as well like that. It was a dangerous play. Savinho, that's a penalty, referee! Savinho ghosts past his fullback. Leif Davis sticks out a left leg. That's a fucking penalty. It could be a free kick because it could be on the edge of the area. But if he's in the area, that's a penalty. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a penalty. That's a fucking penalty. That's a penalty. I don't think VAR will overturn it, though. I don't think there's enough in it for VAR. With the new VAR system, which is try to avoid getting involved. But for me, that is a penalty. Certainly, if I saw that last angle as the referee, I'd be blowing a whistle. I'd be blowing a whistle there. VAR. That's a penalty, man. That's a fucking penalty. That's a penalty all day long, man. You can keep playing it over and over all you want. Nothing will change. The first time you see it is enough. Keep playing the same fucking... That's a penalty. You got two angles there. That's a penalty. How many times? VAR getting involved. Wow. Good. What did I say? We'll answer back quickly is what I said. Nothing to worry about. We've got to put it in the back of the net first, but this looks like it's going to be a penalty. I just knew we would come back straight away and do something. This is where the referee goes, nah. Nah. You better not reverse this now. Now it's the time to reverse your decision. Reverse your decision, referee. Speaking of reverse. Reverse Percy Pigs, Reversey Pigs. Anyone who not in the UK, again, Marks and Spencer's is a supermarket here in the UK, and they make these sweets that are normally, that is the middle bit, and the jelly bit is the ears for the pig, and that's called Percy Pigs. These are Reversey Percy Pigs. Can you believe it? So the referee's about to reverse his decision, and he's done it. It's a penalty. Reversey Percy decision to change. Delicious. Who's taking this then? Got to be the big man. Got to be. Good to see you, Marie. What are you doing? Percy Pigs are lush, not tried the Reversey Percy's. They're not as good. That's right, Gent was over it. They're not as good as the originals, to be honest, because there's too much. I don't know. I prefer like the little hint of jelliness and the chew of the it's like stiff marshmallow, isn't it? It's like tough marshmallow. I don't even know what the material is. It's science. That's what it is. Yes, science. Whatever you've made there, Percy Pigs. 11 minutes in, 1-0 down. Erling Haaland with an opportunity to make it 1-1. City could respond immediately after going 1-0 down pretty poorly, to be honest. Really frustrating way to go 1-0 down that, but Haaland now, big goalkeeper, isn't he? Muric, last 5 penalties, all in the same area. All of them have gone to the keeper's right. Is he going to do the same again? Yes, he is, and he's going to make it 1-1. Let's go! Back in the game. Let's get that ball back onto the centre circle, and kaboom, let's make it 2-1 before half-time. Let's shut down, let's turn off the engine of the tractor boys. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I'm a big sweet connoisseur, Scott. I do like my sweets. Jeff, big up Jeff. In honour of the Rags being beaten, here is a membership for one of you. Oh, it's incoming, so get ready, people. It's incoming. Big up Jeff, by the way. Jeff, I had already thanked you, but I don't think you were in the chat already. Without Jeff, this watch-along would not be possible. Gifted 1 membership, there you go. Isa gets it. You deserve it, Isa, mate. You've been such a regular supporter of this channel for quite some time, mate. So I'm glad you got it, bud. Yeah, nice one, Jeff. Absolute legend. Jeff, Are you... I'm not going to announce it, because I've got it written down somewhere. Are you still at the same address, Jeff? Because also, let me know, email me after this, what size shirt you would like for yourself. Home, away, or third kit, and would you like someone... Oh, the goalkeeper's fucked about with it! Ah, it's 2-1! Muric, you absolute fucker! What an absolute calamity for Ipswich, and we're 2-1 up! Muric, oh, what's he doing? He's a secret agent! A former Blue! Coming back to the Etihad to gift Manchester City. Savio closing him down, and De Bruyne taps it into an empty net. For some strange reason, Muric gets a high five off his fellow teammates. I would be going like that to Muric if I was his teammate. I'd be like, you twat, what have you done? But he's gifted Manchester City the lead. Savinho with some decent pressing there. What is he playing at there, the goalkeeper, man? What is he doing? What is he doing? Fucking hell. 2-1 up already. I wasn't panicked at 1-0 down. It just felt like it was going to be one of these games where we just dominate, really, and we're just by far and away the better side, and we've gifted them a goal. There we go, 2-1. That should be that. Ice is immediately making use of his new emojis. 100%. That way. With a... That's very intelligent, that. That's a highly intelligent and believable scoreline you've given there. 100. Haaland's in again! It's going to be 3! Oh, it's fucking 3! That way it could be 101! You might be fucking right here! It's 3-1 already! 101 doesn't seem that unrealistic! Unbelievable! Can't fucking believe it! Oh, it's a fucking taking the piss. Muric is already cocked up twice. What are we witnessing here, Blues? Ipswich have absolutely collapsed. Oh, can you believe it? It's the Ipswich family. Do-do-do-do. 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 Your sister is your mother, your uncle is your brother. You all fuck one another, the Ipswich family. Do-do-do-do. Don't you just love them? Tractor boys, that's the thing, you see. These be tractor boys. They be pretty shit. Haaland nods it round Muric. What's he coming out of his net for there, man? Like, there's no need to come out of your goal. It's a Kevin De Bruyne assist as well, with a delightful pass from the left wing position as well, which is exactly what we were hoping for against Chelsea. We didn't see it come off, but it was very easy. It's fantastic from Erling Haaland, by the way. The finish, mate. Have I even put the second one on the board yet? Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Ryan, cricket score incoming, weakest link, goodbye. Yeah, mate, let me see what that looks like. Is it going to be read out? There you go. Hey, look at that. It's got a little cool little thing next to it. Oh. Got a little, hey, that's cool, that, isn't it? I didn't know it did that. Nice one, Ryan. That way, going 101, thinking he's absolutely mental. And then bang, goal comes in. I've got a funny feeling this could be 5 or 6, you know. Let's get the scoreline up. Let's go top of the league. Let's go top of the league. Cortez going 6-0. Well, they've already scored, mate, so we might have to change that. 6-1. I know what you mean, mate. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You corrected yourself before I did. Yeah. Fucking hell, who's that there? Liam Delap getting a bit nasty. Akanji getting a push in the back. It all started with that, what's it, didn't it? Stupid decision from Leif Davis. Savinho as well. Heavily involved in both goals. Let's put some respect on Savinho's name here, because I mean, won the penalty and then closed down Muric for the second goal as well. Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland with some fantastic link-up play. City family, do I go home, away, or third kit? Yeah, mate, whatever you want, mate. Let us know which player you want on your back as well, if you want one. If you don't worry about it. It saves me money as well, mate. So, but if you want to play, I'm going to guess who you're going to go for, Jeff. Because I know you're a big fan of him. I reckon he's a big fan of yours. I'm going to guess number 11 Doku. That's my guess. Let me know if I'm wrong or right, Jeff. Ball in. Cleared by Greaves, just about. But yeah, I bet you'll go for 11. Oh, fucking hell, yeah, scoreline. Sorry, people. There we go. Fucking hell, Ipswich. Getting a bit cocky there. 3-1 up, Ipswich. Bloody hell. That thing's so late. I need to fix that. That couldn't be any later, that. That super chat, like, from the last stream I did, from the last watch-along. There's a super chat. How long does that want to take, man? I need to sort that out. Jesus Christ. Oh, they're all piling in now. And the audio as well. Why I don't know. I did not ask it to shout at me. Corner ball to City. William's a fan of jelly babies. Jelly bellies? What are jelly bellies? I thought you were going to say jelly babies. Jelly babies are pretty. They're alright, jelly babies. I'm not that big fan of jelly babies. They have that powder on them, don't they? And it's like bloody dipped in cocaine or something. Anyway, Savinho's ball in. Cleared at the near post. De Bruyne quickly out to Savinho. Back to De Bruyne. Surely this comes into the box now. It does. Left foot. Good ball in. Haaland! Back post is back into the box. It's going to get cleared though. Liam Delap up and high away. Chased by Amari Hutchinson. Rico Lewis. Great play there, but not great from Doku. Could have got in there a bit quicker, but Rico Lewis had a horrible job then of watching this ball come down as the last man. Did really well to get underneath it and nod it away. But Ipswich have got the ball deep in their own half now, being pressed by Bernardo Silva. 20 minutes in, 3-1. How much out of 10 do you rate the Marks and Spencer's candy? 9. Co-op, mate, is up there. Co-op is good. Sweets. What's Pep doing on the pitch? He's going to get booked if he's not careful. What's he doing there? He's holding his hands up like... He got carried away. I love him. He's absolutely off his head, isn't he, Pep? I love it. He's got that mad scientist about him. Do you know what I mean? Like a little bit insane. Just a little bit insane. Just that like quirky, mad person, isn't he? Doku. Oh, don't forget the ball, Jeremy. Matthew Hoyle, thank you very much for becoming a Typical City member. What does that look like when I highlight it on the screen? There you go. Welcome to Typical City, mate. Top man, Matthew. I'm going to turn that other one off, the one that shouts. And also arrives like... Oh, that's quicker. That's better, isn't it? There you go. Another little celebration for you. Double whammy for Matthew. Enjoy, mate. Thanks for your support, mate. Genuinely, really do appreciate it. Savinho, great. Look at that fake turn. He's got Rico Lewis inside him. Oh, he nearly tried to feed it through the legs. Back heel there from... who was that? Smodix again. Liam Delap. Crunching tackle by Ruben Diaz. Claiming it should be a City ball as well, and it probably should have been, you know. On the halfway line. Ipswich throw. You just know the Premier League was all... Everyone in the Premier League was getting so giddy and excited 7 minutes into this game. Everyone was like, fucking Ipswich. Ipswich are 1-0 up. You could hear it going round like London. Well, actually, it'll be in Birmingham, won't it now? There are all the Arsenal fans travelling down to Villa on the buses. That's what it'll be like. Oh, Ipswich have gone 1-0 up. Ipswich have gone 1-0 up. Oh, Ipswich 1-0 up. Oh, Ipswich. And then, like, everyone's phone goes, bzz, bzz. It's 3-1 City. Like 5 minutes later. Don't you just look? Oh, you just picture the scene, can't you? We ruin people's days, don't we? We are the destroyers of dreams, aren't we? Apart from our own, we dream more than they can even imaginate. You know, imaginations. They don't have the imaginations to dream the things we can dream of, because we're dreaming of 5 in a row. No one even dared to think of 4 in a row. Now we're dreaming of 5 in a row. We thought of back-to-back trebles last season, and we did get a treble. It wasn't the treble back-to-back, but we won 3 trophies last year. Do you know what I mean? We're pretty good, aren't we? Savinho. I heard some City fans in the... I know what it sounds like. It might sound a bit arrogant. I'm not arsed, mate. I've lived my whole life in the shadows of Manchester United with friends that are good friends as well, and I respect them, but giving me so much shit over the years. What is going on here? All of a sudden, Ederson's like 40 yards out of his goal being tackled by Ben Johnson. The ball's gone out for a throw-in, but like, there's some mad shit going on in this game. All my life I've just been like, had the piss taken out of me, you know what I mean? And like, they used to say, United fans, to me, when I said it's just arrogance, it's arrogance, and I used to say it to them. And they used to say, not arrogant, just better. And as much as I hated that, they were right. They were just better. And it's not like I play for Manchester City. I'm a fan. My job as a fan is to talk about my team positively or negatively, and that's my choice. And if you're going to choose to speak negatively about a side that can win the treble and win the formidable and get 100 points and win 4 Premier League titles in a row, then I mean, good luck supporting another team. Because if that's negative, Jesus Christ, there will come a day when it's bad to be a City fan, and you'll hear me moan, you'll hear me bitching and like, oh no, what are we doing? That day is not today. That day is not any day soon either. That's a long way away. It's a long way away before that time comes. So now I'm going to talk about how fucking good we are, because this is a rarity. This is an anomaly to see a side play like this over the period of time that we've been playing like this. Why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I talk about how good we are? Gvardiol down the line to Doku. He's got De Bruyne ahead of him. I'm loving these tactics, by the way. Doku ghosts past Johnson, comes inside, ball safely to Ruben Diaz, who's coming forward. De Bruyne offered a little cheeky run down the left side, but chose to come back inside. Great ball, nearly a good ball by Akanji into Haaland. He's got the ball back a little bit fortunately there from Akanji. Out to Savinho, immediately says, right, one-on-one, let's go. Goes immediately into the fullback, tries a 1-2 with Rico. Right-footed, side foot, volleyed cross, didn't come off for Savinho, but you can see what he was trying to do there. I'm glad he's using his right foot. That's twice now. Bad. Both times the cross has been bad, but I'm not that bothered about that. I'm more bothered the fact that he's willing to try, which means he's been working on it in training. They're pissing about with it again, Ipswich. They're playing out from the back, which is... it's obviously worked for them in League One. It worked for them in the Championship, but it's a different level now, isn't it? It's a different level. Duxter with the super chat. Really appreciate that, mate. You didn't say anything, but mate, feel free to speak in your next one. If I see you speaking, then I'll... is that your first one? Next time you speak there, say what you want to say, and I'll read it out, mate. I think I did that on my first ever super chat on YouTube. Accidentally forgot to type anything. But yeah, I appreciate it, mate. William, I feel like Ederson are trying too much to show that he is involved. He does get a bit bored, doesn't he, Ederson? He gets bored. He wants to come outfield. He's got a taste for goals already this season. So, Savinho, 2-on-1. Which means there's someone free. Akanji's quickly back. 1-on-1 with... Oh, Savinho absolutely doing him. Lovely feet there from Savinho. The speed in which he just absolutely rinsed him. But here comes Liam Delap. Ruben Diaz safely back to Ederson. No, I thought it was, mate. Don't worry about it. I did exactly the same my first ever super chat. I can't remember who I even sent it to. I think it might have been City Extra ages ago. Like years ago. Big up to City Extra for taking my money. But yeah, no, big up to City Extra. No way. You don't want typical City on the back. Large away kit. Number 8. Typical City on the back. You don't actually want typical... Are you being genuine there? That is true support if I've ever seen one. Doku into the penalty area. Haaland, it's got to be. It's Rico. Oh, how's he hit the bar from there? What an absolute whiffer. He's tried to smash it into the roof of the net. I do not know how he's hit the bar there, Rico Lewis. That ball was a blur. He absolutely cannoned it off the crossbar. You're thinking this is 4-1 before half an hour. And then we're going to look at a genuine cricket score before you know it. But Rico Lewis, it was a great play from Jeremy Doku. Cuts into his right foot. well inside the box as well, feeds it across the face of goal to Haaland. Haaland swing and a miss. He missed it because it was caught underneath his feet a little bit. I think it came at him too quickly, but it comes very nicely to Rico Lewis, who I think could take a touch, and then he just like had the goalkeeper on his arse. I think there was just a massive gaping hole to score, and he just smashes it off the crossbar. Oh man, 100% you want typical City off the back. I can't keep up with this game because there's chances coming in that I'm not even describing it. Haaland had another one there. This game's flying by. City are looking to have this done by half-time. It's not technically, but it's almost done now, isn't it, really? De Bruyne are thinking about it. Oh, off the bar from Kevin De Bruyne! What are we watching here? This is fucking unbelievable. What an effort that was. From KDB, Muric just looked at it like a fucking comet. Like a shooting star was in the sky, and he just looked at it with pure admiration. Like, what a goal that is. You could see Muric just going, what a fucking goal. But no, it hits the crossbar. Unbelievable. And there's the other one. What is going on here? Oh, 100%. Right, Jeff, I'll get on that, mate. No way. Typical City. That's not a bad thing to have on your back, actually, to be honest. Because there is a meaning behind it. It's not just in support of this channel. There is actually an old meaning. De Bruyne from the short corner, cleared this time by Johnson. Sorry, Tuanzebe. Gvardiol come to collect it. Rico. It's not even half an hour yet. De Bruyne thinking about doing something dangerous into the area for Haaland to get under. Doesn't. Rico pokes it out to Jeremy Doku. One-on-one with Johnson this time. Doku tries to find Rico, but he's got to go back and collect that ball. They look shell-shocked, Ipswich. Doku. Johnson, one-on-one with him. Doku back to Gvardiol. Gvardiol fakes the cross, fakes it again. And again. Third time lucky. Nope, passes it back to Kovacic. Across the face of goal to De Bruyne onto his left foot. De Bruyne! Oh, and it's fired across the, just past the post. This could be 5-1, man. 100%, Marie. 100%. It was unbelievable. That is exactly right, Anthony. 100% snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Typical City. Not anymore. The meaning has changed, hasn't it now? It means, oh, they've pissed about with it again, Ipswich, and City are in business. Savinho, that's a foul, surely. I can't believe what I'm watching here from Ipswich because I find it really difficult to understand or to justify why you should come to the Etihad as Ipswich and play out from the back and press. You know what I mean? Like, we love it as City fans, and I think it's courageous, and people can call it brave. Some people call it stupid. But the point being is, Doku down the left wing. He's had to turn around though. The point being is that sticking to your ideologies is exactly what you should do as a manager. There's no point having a plan A for certain teams and a plan B for certain teams and a plan C for certain teams, because that's what Erik ten Hag seems to do, and it confuses the players. If you know every week, week in, week out, we're going to do this system and we're going to stick with it, maybe subtle nuances changed within that system, maybe. But Pep is a prime example of someone who came into the Premier League and said, I'm going to stick to my guns, even if I don't have the players to do it with Clichy and Sagna, who were not his ideal fullbacks, and Joe Hart, you know, in that. It didn't work. We needed to get Claudio Bravo, and even that didn't work. Hang on a minute. Kanji into the box. It's Haaland with a backwards header. Oh, I thought that was going in then. Really, like, unique way for Haaland. That's like little doink. I think he's using a bit of his 50p head there, but to his advantage, nearly. Good effort, that. But you know what I mean? But when you're Pep and you're City, you've got the excuse and you've got the funds and you've got the backing of someone like Sheikh Mansour and the might of that behind you to get what you want, to fulfil your plan. When you're Kieran McKenna of Ipswich, it's all good and well doing it against League One sides and Championship sides. Even some Premier League sides, fair play, you know? But I think it's really difficult as a manager to justify going into the Premier League, and trying to play football that you're just not capable of doing, and going toe-to-toe, tactically, toe-to-toe, with teams that are just going to take you to the cleaners if you try that football. Burnley, and that's what shocked me about Vincent Kompany. He didn't show any signs of like, right, as much as I love the style of football that Vincent Kompany played in the Championship, they destroyed the Championship. They came up to the Premier League, tried to play that way, and they got relegated. Now, if you ask a Burnley fan, would you rather have seen Vincent Kompany revert to long ball football, not long ball football, but occasionally go a little bit more direct, sit a little bit deeper, hit teams on the counter attack, you know, go into the Etihad and or even any team like in the top 6 of the Premier League, top 10 if you're Burnley really, and Ipswich, and just sitting deep and accepting they have better players and they have better tactics than we do, and our players can't play that way. Against the lower teams, try and play a different way. I think you have to sort of adapt a little bit. I think if you asked a Burnley fan, they would say, I'd rather we adapted and stayed in the Premier League than tried to play nice, attractive football, possession-based football, that while it's commendable and respectable, you got relegated, you know? So, same for Kieran McKenna. Playing this way is going to get him relegated. I mean, playing this way against the bottom 10 might work, but it's bordering on stupid coming to the Etihad and trying to play out from the back like that. Foul on Rico Lewis down by the touchline here. 100%, Jeff. 100%, I can't wait. Doku now coming down the left side. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. And membership is in the pinned message, actually, if you'd like to support Typical City. It goes a long way to helping me. Savinho ghosting in. Savinho, that's a free kick, but De Bruyne takes it quickly. Oh, it's past the post. You can't get the... I'm surprised he's given that. It's not a penalty, it's a free kick, a foul on Savinho. He doesn't look happy about it. He needs to get used to that, mate. That's the Premier League. You're going to get fouls like that, especially the way you play, mate. You're going to get fouled, especially against Ipswich. That's a point I didn't mention in the preview, and I was like, oh, I wish I said that. You know, when you say that, how many times in life does that happen? So annoying when you think of something really good to say after the fact. It wasn't even that good, to be fair, but it happens to me all the time. I wanted to talk to you in the preview about how aggressive Ipswich are, and they are tough tackling. They will kick you. They got quite a few players booked against Liverpool. They should have had more. They should have had a player sent off for a handball, but that's not dirty, is it? It's just they are aggressive. But what I'm surprised at here is De Bruyne. Savinho was running across parallel to the edge of the area. He gets fouled, and the ball carries on going as Savinho falls down, and it comes to De Bruyne, who whips it, looking for that far corner, and it goes just past the post. I feel like that's the advantage, and I'm not complaining that we've got another opportunity to score a free kick on the edge of the area. I just feel from a rule book point of view, from the rules, surely we played the advantage by taking the shot. We missed the shot. The advantage is now gone. Anyway, free kick to De Bruyne, blocked. I think it was blocked by Gvardiol, actually. Ball out to Rico. Savinho looking for Rico. Those two are linking up quite nicely at times. The attempted link up is really good. Savinho looks a fucking player. He looks an absolute talent, doesn't he? Like proper, the future is like, I don't know. I don't know what to think. Where's the ceiling? Does he have a ceiling? Does Savinho have a ceiling yet? I don't want to get carried away, but there's something special about him. He makes it look easy. It's like, are they trying to stop him or not? Given away to Rico in a dangerous position here. Given away again by Ipswich. I don't know what they're playing at here, Ipswich. They're having an absolute mare. It's a FIFA free kick. It was, Fox J. Appreciate that section. Yeah, speaking of FIFA, bloody Ipswich are playing like a 93-year-old woman playing FIFA. That's what Ipswich are playing like. So what's R1? What does that do? Run, right. Doku trying to nick the ball away. He's going to get this as well. He has. No foul given either. Coming inside, Doku beats the next man as well. Back past Hutchinson into Rico, keeping the ball safe though. Doku's been lively. He's been lively. There's a very different style to Doku and Savinho. Doku looks a little bit like he doesn't know what he's doing, which is a nightmare to defend, because if even he doesn't know what he's doing, how the hell do you know what he's going to do if he doesn't? Savinho looks a little bit more silky, a little bit smoother in his approach to his dribbling technique. As Doku's just quite jarring, you know what I mean? It's like it's like anyone who knows games, it's like Savinho runs at 60 frames per second and Doku's like 30 frames per second, but they're still going at ridiculous speeds. Do you know what I mean? Doku. De Bruyne. Ruben Diaz now, who's so far forward. Look, the whole back line, we're beyond the centre circle in their half. Our deepest player is Ruben Diaz now, and he's past the centre circle. De Bruyne trying to find Doku. What? Oh, touch from Doku. The touch of a wardrobe from Jeremy Doku. A great ball from Kevin De Bruyne. Maybe a little bit high. Going to try and give... He's just onside as well. If he brings that down, he's only got a chance to shoot himself as well. But bit of a heavy touch there from Doku, but not a great ball from Kevin De Bruyne. Akanji winning the long ball. Kovacic trying to win that little flick, but Ipswich coming away here. I mean, I'd be absolutely astounded if they make it 3-2 before half time. It's a throw into City. But that first goal came out of nowhere, so even though we're 3-1 up, we still have to be mindful. Zachary, we need Gundogan. I wouldn't say need. I don't think we need him because we're 3-1 up, but I certainly want to see him. Great tackle from Kovacic. Reading the game brilliantly there. Still with Ipswich though. Leif Davis, the man who gave the penalty away on Savinho. Into Smodics. Back to Greaves. Wolfenden. It's a good name, isn't it, that? Wolfenden. He's offside, surely. I didn't give it him anyway. Still with the ball, Ipswich. Morsey now, coming across. Ipswich have strung about 4 or 5 passes. 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Oh, fucking hell, nearly gave it away. 10. They are knocking it about here, Ipswich, trying to get back into the game. City showing enough respect to get into shape. You know what I mean? Good. Ball out to Leif Davis here, coming down. He's going to go past Rico Lewis, is he? Yes, he is. Don't give the penalty. It's going to be a penalty. No, it's not. It could have been Savinho on Leif Davis giving a penalty away to Ipswich there. It looked, in first glance, it looked a bit dodgy, but the way Leif Davis got up suggests to me that it probably wasn't. A little bit, maybe a bit naughty there, but Doku. Sorry, Kovacic now out to Savinho, who's in the penalty area, just right on the corner. Bernardo Silva back to Savinho. That left foot of his, man, he's just like goes to the right and then he just comes inside and onto his right and then he just comes inside. He makes it look so easy. You're like, why can't the defenders stop him? It's so good to watch. De Bruyne. Ball into Bernardo. Oh, it's a bit heavy from De Bruyne. Could have been a similar situation to that first goal at the Stamford Bridge. Is he looking at it? Is VAR getting involved? They're going back to this penalty that I said could have been a penalty. Do you know what? I'd say that's a penalty, mate. I would say that's a penalty. I mean, I'd be screaming for it. It's not a penalty. He's not giving it. I think maybe because it wasn't really an attempt to kick the ball. Savinho went hip to hip with Leif Davis. The fact that Ipswich didn't cry about it, they didn't complain. Leif Davis gets back onto his feet and starts running back. I think has really helped us in that situation. I might be seeing things there, but I thought that was a bit dodgy from Savinho. We saw him do it, getting a bit carried away at Stamford Bridge when he went into the back of Enzo Fernandez as well. That was outside the area, in my opinion, as well. So I don't think even if that was a foul, it was outside the area, that one. But still, Savinho needs to be careful. Coming back is great, but careful. We don't want to be giving away penalties. Savinho, great ball into the box. It's cleared by Wolfenden. De Bruyne now picks up the loose pieces. Nearly. Morsey coming away with it. He's going to send Hutchinson away. Savinho stopping him. Made him turn round. Still with Ipswich though. Ben Johnson into Morsey. Back to Tuanzebe. They've got reasonable shape. You can see like the pointing and gesturing Ipswich. They're trying to get build-up play. And they can. You can see they can do it. They can see the muscle memories kicking in. Long ball over the top for Liam Delap. Ruben Diaz has missed it, but Akanji's got to deal with it now. City players are getting back. Slowed Liam Delap down, waiting for the overlap. Here comes Johnson. First time cross, back post. Rico Lewis nods it away. Ipswich looking to respond. They've done all right last 5 minutes, Ipswich. They really have. It's good that they've done this, to be honest, because it makes City, stay sharp. Respect them. We've battered them for the most of this half. But they're a capable side, clearly. Hutchinson now, one-on-one. Well, Gvardiol's come across Hutchinson over and collected by Edison. Surely that's going to see us out till half-time now. There's probably a couple minutes of added time as well, considering the 4 goals have gone in. I said it, Isa, didn't I? In the Chelsea game. Oh, I think I clicked on the wrong one there. No, I haven't. Yeah, I agree. I don't want to take that fire away from him, though. That fire in his belly is a good thing. Like 5 minutes of injury time. Bloody Nora. I don't know why I'm nervous all of a sudden. Just like, hanging on a bit here against Ipswich. Rico. It should be about 5-1, though. I mean, De Bruyne's effort hitting the bar. Rico was an absolute stonking miss. What an awful, awful miss that was from Rico Lewis. Great ball that is to Doku. He's kept it in as well. He's facing up to Tuanzebe. Inside to De Bruyne, looking for a quick 1-2, but is Kovacic going to pick that up? Yes, he is. Well read. Haaland. Kovacic getting underneath it, and he's cushioned it back to Akanji. City nearly getting into a shooting position there. Kovacic has played really well again in this first half. Bernardo Silva's been a little bit quiet. Not seen much of him in this first half. He's been busy, doing the simple things, but nothing really to speak about. That's a very typical Bernardo Silva performance, really. Just quietly going about his business. And you really need to watch him to understand him. Single him out. Savinho, that's great defending by Leif Davis there. Really good, strong. Savinho put it past him, thinking he's going to do him for speed. Looked like he was going to, but Leif Davis just leans on him. Good bit of fullback defending there. Good to see you, Khalid. And Rowan as well. Got Rico in your FPL. Oh, Rowan, mate. Gutted. I pretty much... I told you. I told you in my fantasy team that I was going to... I forget. I always forget. And then I looked at my team and I don't think I changed anything, which you meant to really change as often. I think I put Harwood Bellis in because my other defender is Maatsen at Aston Villa, who didn't even start the game. I was surprised Maatsen. They've just signed Maatsen for 40 million. That's a free kick. City free kick deep in our own half. Hey up, Khalid. Good to see you, mate. Hello, Jonny, and hello, citizens. Khalid, mate, you're a legend. Thank you so much for the super chat, mate. Really, really good of you. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're enjoying the game. Big up to Khalid. Yeah, I know what you mean, Wapang. I know what you mean. It's frustrating, especially considering we went to Stamford Bridge. Do you know what I mean? Kept a clean sheet in a really difficult scenario. And then it felt like a really silly goal to concede just out of nothing. City looking for a fourth here. Ball down to Doku. He's into the penalty area. Doku, cut it across. It's got to be... Oh, Haaland! to be honest, Doku did really well. He gets the cutback, but it's so behind Haaland. He just sticks out a left leg, trying to like hook it back towards goal, but it was cut behind Haaland. Haaland almost went too close to Doku there. The run was the wrong run there. Haaland needed to stop. Far from me to tell Erling Haaland where to run in the penalty area, but he made the wrong shot. That was wrong there. He made the wrong decision. He needed to actually stop, kill himself. Gundogan's the expert at that, by the way. He's so good at that, Ilkay Gundogan. At stopping dead. Go and watch all of them, Ilkay Gundogan's goals, and how many are scored in that little 5-yard radius of the penalty spot. So many of his goals are just scored from there. That's a striker's instinct, you know what I mean? But like, he'd be wasted as a striker. His ability on the ball, technical ability, makes him an absolute midfielder, of course. But like, his know-how of where the goal is and where to position yourself, and that was one where Gundogan would just like see what's happening, the momentum, all the players are going towards the goal, and he just stops. Standing still is sometimes more effective than making the run. Given away though to Savinho. Savinho's touch took him a while to control it, but he's got it under control now. Akanji, Rico. De Bruyne now. Doku. Kovacic. 30 seconds remain. Savinho. Ball going away from goal though. Bernardo Silva. Can he do something before half time? Akanji now. Into Rico. Great play. It's good play from everybody. Savinho dragging that ball. Going away from goal though towards the corner flag. Trying to draw Ipswich out and create gaps. And he has done it perfectly by doing that. And Kovacic obliges by stepping into that gap. But it's back with Savinho. Good left foot cross. It's Haaland with a header and it's gone out for a goal kick. Haaland's been heavily involved as well, which is good. There goes the half-time whistle. Got himself a nice goal. He's kicking the grass there. He's not happy. I feel like he's got 2 goals actually, hasn't he? 2. What am I talking about? One from the penalty spot. And that finish to nod it round Muric was fantastic. Love that. Yeah, 3-1 City. Absolutely buzzing. Yeah, that's Jack, by the way. He's just borrowing a laptop. But that's Jack, not Pauline. But yeah, big up Jack. Come on, Haaland, more goals, 100%. Yeah, that was a pretty solid performance. I think we can forgive the back line of Manchester City. I thought Rico Lewis tried to play he's the one in control of the run in that situation. Rico Lewis, as the ball's being fed through to Smodix. It's a simple ball to him, and the line is so high. But Rico Lewis going back, he's the one who can see the run. He's the one who's following the run and decides to stop to try and play him offside. But it was never going to work. It was never going to work, and it was a risky play from Rico, and it cost us a 1-0 lead. And in fairness, Rico, outside of that, and at the other end of the pitch hitting the bar, he's done all right, Rico Lewis. He's got involved in the play. He's got arguably the hardest role in the squad, in the starting 11. I feel like his position is the most difficult in this system because he's got 2 roles, which no one else really has. He's got to push into defensive midfield as well as pushing into almost like a right central midfielder and right back when we lose the ball. So he's got a lot of ground to cover, Rico Lewis, which is not easy. It's not easy. It's really difficult. And it's the role you tend to give a more experienced player, which is fantastic news for the future of Rico Lewis, considering he's only 19 years old. Do you know what I mean? 19. I think he might be 20 now, actually, but I think he might still be 19. Even so, he's a kid in, football terms. Not a kid, but he's the experience is not quite there. But yeah, now they're going to show the goal now. Look, the space. Rico can see the run. He's got it in his views, and he just decides to step across. He shouldn't do that. Rico. And that ball went in painfully slow as well. I know what you're going to hear now as well, and I don't really want to talk about it, to be honest. Let's have a look at what Edison should have done, because I've not really talked about it, because I know people are going to talk about the one-on-one situation. Wasn't great. Wasn't great from Edison, I must admit. Wasn't a great finish, but there's the penalty shout again. It was a penalty. I can see why the referee didn't give it initially, because it is like he's blindsided by Davis. But then second time round, it's a stone waller, isn't it? Like, he absolutely commits with that left leg. And Savinho just leans into the penalty area to make it a penalty. And then Haaland tucks it away nicely. Muric has obviously not done his homework, because most goalkeepers nowadays, they know that they're going to be, if they face a penalty, they're going to face Erling Haaland in a Manchester City side. Then you'd study where he puts the ball. The last 5 penalties were shown on a graphic. The last 5 all went in the place that he just put his 6th. So I'm surprised he dived the other way. But Savinho closing down Muric for our second goal. Really good aggressive play from Savinho there. He's going to get a lot of the praise, and rightly so. What is Muric doing there is beyond me. But it's brilliant from Muric to get the ball to KDB. And KDB sweeps it in with his left foot. Just passes it into an empty goal from about 20, 21 yards out. Lovely ball from Kevin De Bruyne. Almost bang on the halfway line. Very left-sided, like whips it centrally to Erling Haaland, and then Muric comes out, Haaland comes out, and as they meet, Haaland gets there first, nods it around Muric. Muric is finished. He's out of the move at this point. And then I think it's Davis or Greaves who's trying to get back and protect the open goal by sliding in, and Haaland has the awareness to see him, and he just little side foot volley, just chips it gently over the body of the sliding defender into the empty net to make it 3-1. I'm surprised they've not shown the penalty claim for Davis, because I think there's a shout there, but I mean, I don't know. Also, Rico Lewis hitting the bar. Kevin De Bruyne's effort hitting the bar. Should be 5-1. Should be 5-1. And I mean, we had chances outside of that really as well. There was like half chances more than anything as well. But it's been good. It's been good. 100%. Couldn't agree more. Really? I'm surprised, to be honest. He's done all right, and he's going to tear people, I think. I don't agree with it being that level of hate, to be honest. If it's true, I haven't seen it, mate. But, I mean, I was harsh on Doku, by the way, against Chelsea, but I think it was justified. I think there was a certain level of frustration. I will always try and approach it pragmatically and praise him for what he's good at, and there's no denying his ability to beat the fullback. Jeremy Doku one-on-one with the fullback, and I'm rubbing my hands together. I'm on the edge of my seat. He's exciting. Something could happen here. He's already created half chances. The cut back to Haaland numerous times. He got that ball across the face of the goal for Muric when we were shouting for a penalty when Greaves put his hands on Haaland as well. That was Doku getting the ball across. Was it Doku? Pretty sure it was Doku. Getting the ball across the face of goal. Either way, he's a threat. It's just the end product is why I think certain fans, me included, by the way, I'm very much frustrated by his end product, and it's something that can be worked on. I feel like if he just calms himself down. But if you want me to make a guess right now, that I feel like Savinho is going to be another level. I think Doku is going to be a fantastic player for us. A real asset, and he's going to do some big things in a City shirt. I'm convinced of it. I'm convinced that he'll do some really good stuff in a City shirt. But I think there might be some gaps in between those moments where he drifts a little bit and has 6, 7 out of 10 games and then goes bang, 9 out of 10 games. You know, the Bournemouth game last season where he got 4 assists. You know what I mean? Scored a goal as well. Really good. And he can be really dangerous, Doku. But I feel like Savinho is going to be a more consistent performer. I feel like we're going to be a solid 7 to 8 out of 10 all the time from Savinho. I don't think we'd see too many drops. He needs to work on, not work on it, just be more aware of when he comes back. Like, don't be throwing yourself at stupid decisions like to give a free kick away in dangerous areas. Gabriel Jesus was like that. And it seems to be the Brazilian way. And I love the Brazilian way of being so aggressive. South American, in fact. I feel like it's South American way. It's to be quite aggressive on the ball and off the ball. Get back. Work hard. You just think of all the South American players like And Copa America's like full of energy, isn't it? As a tournament, like the players, like they get stuck in. There's a bite to all of them, isn't there? And it works in your favour, but occasionally you need to cool it once in a while. I remember Gabriel Jesus getting back. Didn't he give away a penalty about 4 or 5 years ago against United? Marcus Rashford coming back, trying to do the right thing by coming back, but then he just went for it too hard and he just wiped out Marcus Rashford. Or was it Martial? I can't remember. And he gave away a penalty. You know, those sort of situations, just be careful. You know what I mean? Coming back is good, but we'd rather not concede penalties. And this is 2 games, 2 opportunities for the opposition to shout for a penalty because of Savinho coming back too aggressively. Just chill a little bit in that one. Other than that, fantastic from Savinho. Really is an exciting player, man. I'm absolutely buzzing. But before the second half starts, I'm going to go for a pee. The mandatory wee at half time, just to be safe. I'm not that. I feel it coming. You know what I mean? I don't want to be sitting here uncomfortable in the second half. Don't go anywhere, Blues. Please drop a like on the video while I'm gone. That's it, chair stream. Enjoy the chair. Do you hear my knee then? Fucking hell. That click sounded like a fucking hinge. I never look back. There's always some shit going down with the chair. I just come back to a barrage of the word chair. You ignoring me, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair is going to be on highlights later. Say nothing if you hate United. Defo gone. Oh, Finn. Didn't. It was like a double wee, if you want to be specific. It was like one of those wees that are then like, oh, another one. Well, I'm getting old, you know what I mean? Like, I'm mad. It's like I'm having a wee and I'm like, I'm not sure I've finished here. One of them. Right, we've already had 101. It's getting a bit carried away now, aren't we? Who confessed? The chair. It's a dodgy chair, man. Served me well. It's very loud, though. Like, it's just like that's not an adjective you normally think of when you think of a chair. Like, it's loud. It's a loud chair. But yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was very, very good. I didn't panic at all once we went 1-0 down. I thought we're going to control this. I think we're going to score immediately. Reply immediately. That's what I said. As soon as we went 1-0 down, I didn't panic. It was frustrating to go 1-0 down, but then I think the signs were there before they even scored. That there was like good play, good build-up play. They were quite open, Ipswich. So I was quite happy to see the way the side took the game to them straight away from the get-go. A bit of quality from Kevin De Bruyne in that first half. He was brilliant, Kevin De Bruyne, really, with just like the end ball to that for that third goal in particular was fantastic. Don't know where the coverage is, by the way. It says what it's happening, so I get a bit panicky with Peacock because normally on live TV in the UK you get to watch. There's always something happening, whereas on Peacock it says coverage will resume shortly, and you're like, well, it better fucking not do. It better. Oh, yeah, there you go. Game's back. Panic over. Mr. Chair had an itchy knob. You better not have a knob, otherwise I'm sat on it. But yeah, Ipswich need Muzzy Is It. Muzzy bloody Is It. What an absolute name. What a blast from the past. No way. Muzzy Is It. Forgot about that guy. What a great name to say. That is Muzzy Is It. Nice one, Ryan. I'm good. Kush Raj, how are you, mate? I'm good. Hey-oh. Blues are out. Game's about to get underway. I think I might treat myself to a reversey pursy pig. Purely football related, it's an exciting time to be a City fan, 100%. Gundo hasn't even featured yet. Bob scored enough credit for us to be excited for his return. No Rodri, and we're still looking dangerous, says Milo. That's it, mate. I completely agree. Second half's about to get underway. Referee, blow your whistle, mate. Let's get the game underway. And 1. No secret paper on the pitch. And we're off. Second half underway. Come on, Blues. I want to see a big, big scoreline now, and I don't think I'm being greedy in saying that either. I feel like we have more than enough firepower here to make this 5 or 6. Possibly more. It should have been 5 before half time. I keep saying that, but it doesn't make it any less true. One reversey Percy pig equals City goal. Well, I've had 2 already. There's only 2 left, mate. I went wild last night. I ate like a pig. Speaking of pigs, last night I had a double Big Mac with bacon. They are unbelievable, by the way. They are so good. Double Big Mac with bacon, large, mango and pineapple smoothie, birthday cake donut, and an apple pie, and reversey Percy pigs. It's Friday, mate. It's what you do. It's what you do on a Friday. Gvardiol. Kovacic has stayed down here. He's injured. Have you triple captained Haaland? Did I even make him captain? I don't think I did, you know. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Oh, yes, I did. Solanke's out. Oh, what a... I put Solanke up front. See, as soon as it goes wrong, I just give up. I'm like, it's fucking stupid fantasy football. But yeah. Savinho. With Rico inside, waiting, offering himself. Back to Akanji, though. Back with Savinho now. Ruben Diaz. Pattern of players very much mirrored the first half so far, with City so far forward here. And I don't see how Ipswich are going to mount a counter-attack in this system like this. They're going to have to break quickly. Oh, I've absolutely shot myself in the foot here, because here come Ipswich counter-attacking. But City have got more players back. I expect us to get the ball off them. I expect us to win that back. Yeah, we've won it back. Rico. Akanji. It's going to be Kovacic. Oh, we got lucky there, Kovacic, but good. Bringing it forward. Bernardo Silva. The sun is casting on half of the, well, say a third of the pitch. Kovacic is injured here. Here you go. This means Gundogan. I hate to smile because Kovacic is injured, but the reason I'm smiling is not because he's injured, but because you know who is probably going to come on the pitch. I hope he's not injured. I want to see Kovacic fine, because he's been bloody brilliant lately, but he doesn't look in a happy bunny right now. He looks very unhappy. Very uncomfortable. So we're going to have Gundo sitting. What happened there? Not sure what happened. He's gone to his, like, arse cheek, maybe his hamstring. I don't know what happened there. It's a weird one. Looks muscular as well, which is never good. It's never good if it's muscular. Grealish. Thinking about Grealish. Camera zoomed into Gundogan. Doesn't his face just make you feel good? Knowing what he's done for us. And now he's officially a City player. It's mad, isn't it? He's a City player. Even Pep sounded surprised, didn't he? In his pre-match interview. He was like, well, I didn't expect it to happen, but opportunity came. Cheeky gave me a call, because Gundogan called cheeky, not Pep. That's what Pep said anyway. Worth mentioning, we've got Issa Kabora on the bench as well today. No Nico O'Reilly, who probably would have actually come on, factoring in minutes and things like that. I'd imagine that Nico O'Reilly probably would have come on in this situation if he was on the bench. But it's John Stones coming on. It's not Gundogan. Yeah. I heard this. And I agree. I don't want Sterling back. I don't think he's good enough. I think we've got more than enough wingers. I respect what Sterling did for us. Fair play. Very, very good output. One season in particular, the Centurion season and the season after that. Really good numbers. I just felt like his levels started to be lower than what we're trying to achieve. You know, treble winning season. Like, he wouldn't have got in that side. He wasn't good enough. You know, he missed too many chances, Sterling. You know? Benji with the super chat. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Hey, hope you're doing good. What do you think of the new Champions League layout? I would like to see it in action, to be honest. I actually quite like it a little bit. A little bit. I am going to miss the group stages, but I think it gets it... It makes it exciting, like, throughout. You know what I mean? From the start, there's going to be big games from the get-go. You know what I mean? I don't think there's going to be like, oh, playing CSKA Moscow, or like travelling to some random corner of the world to face a team that's not really get the juices flowing. And like, you're going to play teams that aren't as exciting. It's not always going to be blockbuster games, but I want to see how it pans out, mate. I want to see how it pans out. What do you think? Yeah, 5 defenders now, Fox, but John Stones is not really being a defender right now. He's gone straight into defensive midfield. He's playing in Kovacic's role. So he's not playing in defence at all, really. He is a defender that's playing in defensive midfield, but I trust him. 3-1 up in particular makes it a lot easier for him to come on to into a midfield with... this is his first minutes as well, isn't it? Because he got nothing in pre-season. Didn't play in the Community Shield, didn't he? Didn't? No, I'm pretty sure he didn't. Didn't come on against Chelsea. No, he didn't. And, yeah, first time. which is good. It's good that he's getting minutes. I think it's important. I think Walker will get minutes in the next 2 or 3 games as well. Just to, I think he can play in that Akanji role, right centre back. I can trust Kyle Walker there. I know he's not everyone's favourite player in the world, but Doku there trying to run down the left wing, but he's ran it out of play for a throw-in. I can trust Walker to play in right centre back. I just don't want to see him do what he did last season, coming as far forward as he did, asking him to whip balls into Haaland. Like, it's not his game, you know. Help us get to 300 likes, 25 likes away from 300. If you could get us to 300, guys, it'd be amazing and really, really helpful. I'd appreciate it. Oh, Liam Delap with a little elbow in the face on Gvardiol. There's that brutishness that we've seen from him before. He's a big physical... It's in the neck, actually. He's obviously got... That's the worst, isn't it, when you get hit in the neck. Ruben Diaz helping him up. He looks like he's all right. Little elbow there from Liam Delap. And he followed through as well. He went for another one as well. And then he's just fucking kicked Gvardiol right in the knee. Jesus Christ. You don't give a shit if you're a former Blue. Get him in the fucking book. That was dirty, that was. That second one on Gvardiol in particular. He's not even had a chance, has he, in this half, Liam Delap. I do miss his dad, Rory Delap. That was such an entertaining factor of the Premier League. And as much as I love Pep Guardiola and what he brings to Manchester City more than anything, but what he's also brought inadvertently is opposition managers trying to emulate him, all trying to be like Pep. Everyone wants to be like Pep, which actually makes the style of football a little bit, not predictable, but close to predictable. Do you know what I mean? There is nuances, differences between the two. I think Arne Slot is very similar to Pep, but there's subtle differences there. Klopp was same. He's a bit more aggressive. Mikel Arteta is probably the closest mould of Pep that we've got. But you've got Kieran McKenna here trying to play it out from the back as well, which is another example. But I do miss the days of Bolton and Sam Allardyce sending it up long to what's his face? What's that player? What's he called? He's a Scouser. What's his name now? Good play there from De Bruyne, trying to lay it off to Haaland, but Ipswich looking to counter attack. What's his name? Kevin Davis, mullet daddy. Absolutely, that's the man. Kevin Davis. Yeah, I missed that. Lumping it up to him and going away to Stoke and everyone shitting themselves because Stoke have got a throw-in. Oh my God, Stoke have got a throw-in. What are we going to do? And I mean, it was genuine panic. Like, if they got a corner, we were like, fuck hell, thank God for that. It's a corner. Stoke have got a corner. Yes. If it goes for a throw-in in that corner, it's like, shit. Rory Delap throwing, incoming. The amount of goals that he scored from his ridiculous throw-ins that were just absolute cannonballs into the area. It was so difficult to... Savinho. Akanji. Back to Savinho. But I missed that. Savinho. He's had a lot of the ball, Savinho. He's trying to whip one there. Comes crashing off the off Greaves, the Ipswich defender. It's been a bit of a dead half so far, to be honest. Neither side really got much to talk about. City controlling it so far, playing the better football as you'd expect. But... No chances really to speak of. A little half counter-attacking opportunity for Ipswich that City dealt with pretty well. Rico Lewis got back. He did have vaulting poles for arms. I had a big throw-in. That was one of my little traits when I was younger, because I was tall and it was like one of my little sneaky tricks. De Bruyne pressing down Morsey, who eventually gets it away, but dangerously into Rico Lewis, though. He hasn't cleared it properly, and City are coming back here. Get a fourth. It'll kill the spirits of Ipswich, it really will. Because there's still a glimmer of hope for Ipswich at 3-1. There is still a goal at any moment from Ipswich, and it's squeaky bum time. So That fourth goal will kill the game. City can relax. We can play even more relaxed football, therefore probably better. It'll deflate Ipswich. They'll probably won't give up, but you know their psychology of Ipswich's approach to the game will be pretty detrimental. So I can't see anything happening after 4-1. But at this scoreline, you know, anything can happen. De Bruyne though, free kick, takes it quickly. Haaland's going to keep it in, is he? No, he's not. Oh, he has. He just about. Bloody hell, how did he keep that in? These stretch Armstrong legs. City, though, still keeping... Oh, no, it's gone out. Offside. Haaland's run from the initial free kick's been flagged offside. Jääskeläinen was one of the more underrated keepers. He was a good keeper. Who was that keeper? Remember the... Such a funny... Oh, nearly fucking about with it again, Ipswich. They've done all right, though. They've played out from the back. Ben Johnson now. City win it back, though. They just can't get even to the half. Oh. And that's a foul. Yeah. That's what they want. That's what they want. They're just inside the City half, and Ruben Diaz has been yellow carded for that, mate. Come on. That was soft. It was a foul. It was not a yellow. Who was that keeper? Was it the Aston Villa keeper? Who, I can't remember his name now, a blonde lad. Kind of reminds me of the way he looked a little bit like Jääskeläinen in the derby, Villa Birmingham, where that throw-in went in and he just like let it roll under his boot, but because it touched his studs, it went straight in from the throw-in. His own player threw it into his own net. And then that Birmingham fan came onto the pitch and ran onto the pitch as an pitch invader, and hang on a minute, Ipswich, ball in. Cleared by Akanji just to Nzabi though, going away from goal. Ipswich not done it. Come on, City. Bringing inside Morsey, still with Ipswich. You know, Davis going to cross this in. It's corner ball. It's corner ball, or is it? Is he offside? No, it's corner ball. But yeah, the keeper. Robin Olsen, yeah, that's it. Mullet Daddy, you're absolutely pulling him out of the bag today. Nice one. And the Birmingham fan came on the pitch, though, after the keeper messed it up and went, ah, like right in his face, like the wanker sign was like that close to his nose. It was like that. The keeper was like that, having that in his face, and he didn't react whatsoever, the keeper. He just like, he took it. He didn't do anything. Ball in. It's cleared. Savinho's got it. Going on the right-hand side, he's going away with it. Savinho, go, 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 go. Cuts inside. Great play from Savinho. Lovely, lovely play from Savinho. That is so good. It looked like the counter-attack was going to go all the way, but he decided he had no City players in front of him, so he slows it down, turns, keeps the ball, surrounded by 3 Ipswich players, and he still keeps the ball and gets it back into City's defence, and we can knock it around, and we've got the ball again. Really good from Savinho. An hour gone, and I'm not concerned. I just want to see a fourth going, and we can really chill, and we can chill out and enjoy the game a lot more. But right now, it's a little bit like, you never know. You just got to be careful. Diaz being closed down by Delap. Akanji. It's quite slow from City. I must admit, like, they're not really moving about very well. De Bruyne's and Bernardo Silva's a little bit stationary, and they're not moving the Ipswich players around. You've got Ruben Diaz and Akanji looking around at the back like, who can I give it to? Move around a little bit. Savinho now looking for options. Tries to find that inside channel for De Bruyne. Gets it back, does he? No, nearly. He's a live wire, isn't he? Savinho's been brilliant. Rico steps in. Great play, Rico. Tries to feed Haaland, but that's intercepted. Suddenly an opportunity nearly came away, and Hutchinson looking to spring a counter-attack for Ipswich, but he's had to be slowed down. Doku does well to get back. Long ball for Delap to get underneath him, and he can't. Throw into City. Gundogan's warming up. Let's have a listen. Yeah, the crowd. I thought that. I've never heard a song for him, but I thought that the other day. His song should be like Ilkay Gundogan, Ilkay Gundogan. Do you know what I mean? This is a very old song, but He never really had a song at City, did he? Guy deserves one, man. He deserves more than one. Good to see you, Gary. Doku now. Good strength against 2 and 0. Oh, it's actually Johnson. Holds the ball up really well. What? Giving a free kick, or is it offside? I think he's offside. Cheers, Maton. Appreciate that, mate. It's not something I thought about, to be honest, when I started the channel. Like, I'll be good at commentating. I'm not sure I am, to be honest. I do talk a lot of shit, but it's good to have a commentator that can swear, though, isn't it? If you like swearing, I like swearing. Not unnecessarily, but sometimes it's quite good. Savinho. Rico. De Bruyne. Akanji. Fourth is coming here. I feel it. I feel it. City have up the tempo. Bernardo Silva to the byline. Oh, and it's across the face of goal. Is that a goal kick or is that a corner? It's a goal kick. Bernardo Silva tried to whip his right foot around it. 2 options for De Bruyne as he feeds that ball like through the inside channel. It is a corner. Albrighton's come on for Ipswich, by the way. I didn't see that happen at all. He must have clipped off the defender. I think the linesman initially gave a goal kick, but I think the Ipswich players gave the game away by all staying in the box. Big round of applause for Savinho from the City fans as he goes over to take the corner for City. Ball whipped in near post, headed away. John Stones steps in, keeps the ball. De Bruyne back post. Haaland! Great save by Muric. Haaland with a big booming header. Back post. Didn't really need to jump that high from it. It was a very flat cross from Kevin De Bruyne, but right into the path of Erling Haaland. Let's have another look at it. Didn't quite get it into that corner for Muric to worry about, but it's powerful back post play from Erling Haaland to get in front of Sam Morsey, who's trying his best to put off Erling Haaland. Short corner's been taken. Oh, John Stones was sleeping then. De Bruyne feeds that pass into the again into that channel. There's so many City players in that inside channel from the right wing. You've had Savinho and Bernardo Silva, John Stones just then on that inside channel. We've got something's coming here. I feel like we've gone up a notch. Akanji now. Too fucking right. Yeah. Oh, it was on target at least. If he fed that into the corner, it's 4-1. But it was a great cross, great run from Haaland as well. Haaland's been good, man. He's played well. Got 2 goals to his name as well. Top goal scorer already. He's already scored 3 goals. Should be getting a hat-trick in this game. We must be so annoying for other teams when you think about everything about us right now and what we do on a football pitch. To have the players in midfield that we've got, and then you just stick Erling Haaland up front, who can just score whenever he wants, pretty much, and just scores a ridiculous amount of goals. Just like, I can see why rival fans are just like, oh, just like, they're sick of us, aren't they? They are sick of us. Let's continue. Let's make them ill with sick. Let's make them sick forever. Let's hospitalise our rival fans with sickness. Haaland lays it off to Rico Lewis. Oh, nearly. Rico. Oh, he's got it back, has he? No, it was ricocheting. It's pinball in the penalty area a little bit. Savinho keeping it alive with a little standing overhead kick. He's got it back, though. Savinho with a little out flick of a right boot trying to decoy the Leif Davis left back. There's Rico going in that inside channel. 4 Ipswich players over there. A great turn. That's a penalty, referee. Probably not. Rico's asking for one. It was a great turn by Rico. I think it's Greaves who grabs Rico, goes down a little bit. Yeah, no, it's not a penalty. It's not enough in it for me. Not enough in it for me. Gvardiol into De Bruyne. De Bruyne's been brilliant this game. It's been so good. Typical. He's just giving it away. So typical. Fucking hell, Ipswich coming forward here. Liam Delap looking for options, holds the ball up really well, gets the ball into Tuanzebe. Happy birthday for when you turn 54, Gary. 100%. Mark Flecken. Piss off! Mark Flecken, I remember that in the video. You know, in the little trailer before the watch-along. Mark Flecken at bloody Brentford. What did he have, like... Didn't he break the Premier League record for the most amount of saves in the first half of a Premier League football match? And I was just like, piss off! Mark Flecken! Yeah, I remember. What a knob. I am... How old am I? Future. I'm 36. I think I'm 36. God. 36. Pretty sure, 36. Yeah. Ball down the line to Doku. Doku, this time beats Tuanzebe. Oh, he's overran that Doku there. He's going to get crunched. Oh no, it's going to be a corner. A bit lucky to get a corner in that situation there, Doku, because he did overwrite. What did I say before Albrighton came on? What was I saying before? Why did I say that before? I had a proper brain fart before, because that's not Albrighton, that's Wolverhampton. I just thought that was Albrighton. I was like, well, Albrighton doesn't even play for Ipswich. Gundogan and Jack Grealish are coming onto the pitch. That is right. Sirens. I don't have a siren button, but Gundogan. Gundo is back. Bring Mick Hauser. De Bruyne. Corner ball. Into Bernardo Silva with a love. That was an intentional corner from Kevin De Bruyne. Low and towards the penalty spot. Completely unmarked. Bernardo Silva. First time efforts blocked, but it's Ipswich who are going to come away with it here. Well, they're going back towards their own goal now. City have done really well in this second half twice now. 2 or 3 times, in fact, to prevent counter-attacking opportunities. Ooh, Ipswich nearly got caught on it. Yeah, second half's been... before about 10 minutes ago, we picked it up. But I'd be a little bit disappointed. Not disappointed, but like a little bit. If we don't win this by 4 or 5. If this stays 3-1, I'll feel a little bit underwhelmed a little bit. Because I feel we deserve 5 or 6 in this game. What are the stats for this game? I wish I could get them up. They're so expensive to get stats on the screen, by the way, just to let you know. Unless I could steal them. What the fuck? Referee's not giving a free kick there. He put his whistle to his mouth and then thought, nah, go on, Ipswich, have a counter-attack. And here they come. Liam Delap out to Leif Davis, who's coming forward. He's got Rico Lewis. City have got back in good shape, but that ball's awful. Awful cross from Leif Davis. Out for a goal kick. Got away with that. Take it. Yeah, getting the stats on the screen so expensive, by the way. Here he is. Gundo coming onto the pitch. And it's Savinio coming off. Jack Grealish is also coming on, by the way, so I imagine Jack Grealish is going to go and play in probably left wing. It's Doku. Doku's coming off. So who's going out right? It's got to be Bernardo Silva then, isn't it? City fans are enjoying this. There he is. He's on the pitch. Gundo's back. Love it. Absolutely love it. Cheers, Ryan. Are they? What's the score? Jack, you're a legend in my book. You're an absolute legend. You're lying, but I appreciate the lie. That's very, very true. Isn't it, Jeff? There's such a good feeling. Smod-Dix is off. And Luongo's off. Harness and Taylor have both come onto the pitch for Ipswich. So I imagine now we're going to see Jack Grealish on the left, Bernardo Silva on the right. That would be my guess. Considering the players that have come off, we've taken both Savinho and Doku off. It's good to see Grealish get minutes. I know he's not everyone's favourite player now, but I still think he deserves a lot of respect. I do think he's going to struggle for minutes this year, though. I think this is the sort of appearance you're going to have to get used to seeing from Jack Grealish. I think he'll start the odd cup game, depending on the opposition, of course. If we play some Championship side, I think Grealish starts. Maybe the odd Premier League game here and there as well. Obviously, injuries can play a factor in his minutes, other players' injuries. But ultimately, a fully fit squad, Jack Grealish is not going to get as much minutes as I think he would want. And I imagine in summer, if that comes true, what I've just said, he will be looking to leave the club. And I wouldn't be surprised if he went back to Villa. Yeah, stats, what we're looking at here. So 1 shot from Ipswich, 1 on target, 1 goal. 12 shots from City, 4 on target, 74% possession so far. So dominating the game, really. Like I said, I told you they like to kick you. 13 fouls from Ipswich to our 2. I've run out, Ryan. I've got no sweets left and I'm annoyed about it. Don't forget to drop a like if you haven't already. Please do. It really, really helps the channel and spreads the word, builds the community with you great people. Still 3-1 though, innit? Still 3-1. They've not looked like scoring though. Let's not get overly panicked. It's not like Ipswich have been creating chance after chance. Yeah, he's well offside. It was so late from Akanji, that pass. It was a great run from De Bruyne. I wouldn't get excited if this goes in, by the way. It's not gone in. And De Bruyne smashed it over the bar, but that's miles offside. Could see that as soon as he passed it. Akanji's got to release that quicker. He's got to release that much quicker. The run from De Bruyne was there way earlier. Do you know what? He's not that offside, actually. It was quite close. There's Axel Tuanzebe down here in the right-back position. I didn't see him. That wasn't a million miles offside. It's been flagged. But if that had gone in, that might have been a close call. The creator predicted 4-1. Nice one, Douglas. Cheers, mate. Has been a bit, hasn't it? A little bit. A little bit. And what did we have? Really? What chances have we had to speak of, really? And Haaland's header. That was a proper opportunity, that. It wasn't a bad one. Here come Ipswich. Oh, shitting hell. Ipswich. It's Liam Delap. Out to Johnson. Taking it onto his left foot. It's a back post cross. It's cushioned down. Oh, they can't. They're going to get the shot away. No, they're not. Jack Grealish getting back. It's clear the fucking ball, City. Fucking hell, City. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's why this 3-1 scoreline is not safe yet. It's not safe. Harness. Giving away a foul and we can breathe again. But Liam Delap creating an opportunity here. It was a great ball in the box from Johnson with his left foot. You're thinking he's going to whip it with his right, but he cuts back onto his left, whips it back post. And Ipswich just got confused. They thought two of them, it was Harness and Liam Delap, both thought that one of them was about to shoot and then neither of them did. And we got away with that. We got away with that. I haven't seen Gundogan touch the ball yet. It's fucking shit, that Gundogan. Come on. There he is. He's offered it. There he is. First touch, I think. And it was a good one. A nice little pass. Back to Akanji. Get him a new contract immediately. Akanji out to Bernardo. I want to see us... what are the other scores, by the way? Yeah, Everton going down. I mean, that's... I would love to see Everton go down. I don't know why. I'm just bored of getting rid of half of the Scousers. That's great news. Ball over the top. Intercepted. De Bruyne could win that. Jack Grealish goes in a bit. Oh, Gundogan coming in there. Yeah, getting rid of half of the Scousers would be fantastic. They've been in the Premier League since its existence, haven't they? Everton. They're one of the, hasn't it? Who are the teams that have been in the Premier League ever since it's been the Premier League? I think Arsenal, United, Villa, Everton, Spurs. Who else? Bernardo Silva, down to the byline. Playing on the wing now, Bernardo Silva, don't forget. Gets it back to Akanji. Akanji now bursting down, using his strength more than his speed to get past Harness. Bernardo Silva back to Akanji. All the way back to Ruben Diaz now. Tottenham 4-0 up. West Ham beating Crystal Palace 2-0. Forest beating Southampton 1-0. And that's it for the game so far. Right, enjoy your piss. We better score. What we should do is, while he's gone, seeing as you all like to take the piss out of me, don't you? While I'm... Cheers for the super chat, by the way, Duxter. What we should do is we should all pretend it's 3-3 when he comes back. Haaland! Oh, I'll change the score to 3-3. And we'll all be in the chat like, it's a joke, Duxter. What? It's a joke. Gundogan, 2 own goals. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. He'd go, fucking what? Worst piss of my life. Hold on, Jack Grealish. I thought he was going for... He was trying to guide it into that far corner. But it's been deflected. It's corner ball. 12 minutes remain. We're actually doing it. It's fucking 3-3, man. I can't believe it. Fucking Gundogan with 2 own goals. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know why we signed this guy again. What a joke. Send him back to the old people's home, for fuck's sake. Absolute calamity. Unbelievable. Gundogan. Cross was cleared. His day has been ruined, absolutely. 100%. Guy's trying to correct me with the scoreline, I know. Yeah, don't worry. Where's Duxter? I bet he has a massive piss, because this joke's going to go on for far too long. if we actually score. Can't believe it. It's a calamitous situation, this. Unbelievable. City knocking it around. 80th minute in. Yeah, you're right. Ipswich could get a 4th. You never know. You never know. That Duxter's a joke. What a fool for going for a piss when he did. Akanji. Bernardo Silva. Akanji now. Gvardiol. Diaz. Sack Pep. No, it's not. I love how people are getting done by it. People are getting tricked by it. It's not even Duxter. Anyone who's wondering what's going on, Duxter's gone for a piss. Duxter's gone for a piss. And he said we were going to score. So we've changed it to 3-3 just for one person to be completely blacked when he gets back. I'm pretty sure he'll have the game on probably as well. So anyway, this joke's dragging on a bit, to be honest. Nearly given away by Ipswich there in a dangerous situation. It would have been Gundogan as well, sniffing around there, trying to steal the ball. Controlling the game, City, though, really. I think we've not really given Ipswich too much to think about, apart from Duxter. Ball into Rico. Rico! Oh, it's corner ball. He's had an opportunity. Do you know what's great about Rico? His runs are intelligent, man. They're intelligent runs. He times them really, really well. Really good. Oh, fuck's Duxter. Substitution for Ipswich. Ipswich going for the kill. Looking to make it 4. Duxter's getting blocked. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening, isn't it? Ball in. Jack Grealish. It's very Jack Grealish-like. Dribbling. It's gone back to John Stones. Right, we're going to have to call this joke if he comes back, though. Right, there you go. It's back. We're back to normality now. If he comes back now... God, fucking hell, he has a big piss, doesn't he? How long am I gone? Am I gone this long? Probably am. But, there you go. Rico to the byline, trying to get another one. It's going to be a corner, isn't it? No. Cleared by Ipswich. Time's ticking away. City 3-1 up. Anyone who's completely blagged by what was just going on, that was for one viewer who we were trying to trick. And the joke's backfired, really, because he's probably left. For good. He's probably unsubscribed. Haaland does need a hat-trick, devious, mate. I think it would be nice little headline. And here he is. Oh, through the legs from Haaland. Gundogan lays him off. It's Haaland again! Oh, I thought it was going to be a beautiful goal. But it's Jack Grealish now into the penalty area. Jack Grealish. Not sure what he's doing. He's onto his left foot. Oh, it would have been Gundo underneath that. Can you imagine? Akanji steps in, prevents the counter-attack. Mate. Gundo 2 own goals, mate. 2 own goals. Absolute joke. Bernardo Silva, can he win the game? Kevin De Bruyne. He's been good. De Bruyne's done really well in this game, I think. He's done very, very good football from De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva into Rico. Oh, he's tried a little Cruyff pass. It's gone out for a corner, pressured by Rico again. It's really good from Rico Lewis. The run's really good. I know what he's trying to do. Cut it inside. I think Pep's going to be a little bit frustrated with Rico, but there's so much quality there, so much potential there. What a shirt that is. That guy's got a yellow, the old school yellow with a little black V-neck trim. I need to get that. That's a nice kit, that. Short corner, KDB, Gundo, lays it off to Rico. Out to De Bruyne, into the box, cleared. Gundo just gets his head on it, but still going away from goal. Rico out to Jack Grealish, going back all the way to Edison from Jack Grealish. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. It was a little joke for one man called Duxter. The Duck Man. The Duxter. He went for a pee and we thought we'd scare him. Top man, Duxter. Great support. Appreciate that, mate. You're a legend. Nice one. Still 3-1 City. Anyone who's been confused by the last 10 minutes of football, it is officially 3-1. Apologies for anyone who didn't find that funny. I was genuinely fucking fuming at the idea that Ipswich have turned it around. Ball in! Cleared. Corner ball again for City. LB are absolutely right there, mate. Oh, that's what I was trying to click on. It's going to be a short corner, surely, because Bernardo Silva's like very much in the way of this ball being crossed. He's getting out of the way now, though. He's running into goal. De Bruyne says, get out of the way. I'm going to whip this in to make it 4-1. It's whipped in, and it's cleared. Bollocks. Rico Lewis. Jack Grealish now. De Bruyne ghosting in at the back post there. Thought about it. Realised he was going to be offside, though. Gundogan now. Rico Lewis exchanging passes with Gundogan. Back to Gundo. Out to Kevin De Bruyne now. Bernardo. Gundo. Bernardo. De Bruyne. Haaland. Rico. He's an actual O. Haaland. Shot! Oh! It's gone in! He's fucking found the corner! It's a hat-trick! It didn't look like it had gone in! It's gone in! Bottom corner! He's got his hat-trick! There you go! The chat, he asked for it. You've asked for the hat-trick, and he's delivered. Erling Haaland with a hat-trick, the first of the season. 4-1 Manchester City. That is game done and dusted. He drilled it from about 25 yards, and it didn't look like it went in, to be honest. It looked like it had gone past the post or something, but he found it right in the corner, and it's an absolutely unbelievable finish from Erling Haaland to make it 4-1 City, 3 points, done and dusted. There we go. Love it. It's great play all round from City. It's going to go down as a... No, it's not going to be a Rico assist, that, but Haaland. What a finish from Erling Haaland, that is. Knows where the goal is, doesn't even look. Doesn't even look. The ball just comes around for him, just has a swap, and it's right in the corner. It's a sensational finish from Erling Haaland. I don't know what was going on with my brain when that ball hit the back of the net. I was just like, watching it like, it's not gone in, has it? Bloody has. It's bloody here. It's right in the corner. Right in the corner. There's no saving that. No saving that. What are we doing here? We're looking at it. Or is Haaland just... just saw his own face on the TV in the stadium then. Here comes McAtee and Nunes. Yeah, I think he will get some of the golden boot. Wesley. Surely. He's coming off, by the way. Haaland. 100%. I absolutely did. I think they are. Fairly certain. We play in blue, don't we? Jonny. That's my name, mate. Nice to meet you, Eisen. Hope you're good. 5 minutes of injury time. I wish that fourth had gone in a bit earlier, because we could have had a bit of fun in that second half. Well, we did have a little bit of fun, didn't we? But could have more fun when we're 4-1 up, having a laugh. But yeah, let's enjoy the next 5 minutes. I'd like a fifth, to be honest. I'd like a fifth to really cement our position. We go top now, don't we? Pretty sure we go top. Do we? At Brighton. We've got, what, 3, 5, plus 5 goal difference. Brighton have got 4, so I think we go top. Spurs didn't even win their first game, even though they're 4-0 up now, so we're ahead of them on points. So we go top, don't we? Gvardiol winning the free kick. Good, does well there, Gvardiol. He's had a quietly good performance as well. Josko, I think he's done reasonably well. Couple of moments he's come forward, done well. I think Akanji's done well. I think Ruben Diaz has done well. The goal was frustrating, and I hate to say it, I think Rico's actually had an alright game. I don't think he quite hit the heights that he did at Stamford Bridge. Rico Lewis, he should have got a goal. Absolutely. That was an absolute stinker of a miss, that was. Hitting the bar like that. But I think he was to blame for the first goal. He was a bit overly committed to catching him offside. He should have carried on running, to be honest there. But ball in from a throw and it's cleared by John Stones. Still though, he's not had a bad game. I don't think we need to get on Rico's back from from the first goal. And he showed what he's made of in the game since then. He's not cowered away and shrunk, gone into his shell because he tried to catch someone offside. He's taken this game by the scruff of the neck a lot of times and been quite aggressive. There he is again. Rico, love that. Right on cue. Perfect. Made me look well good then, Rico. Cheers. Akanji. Ruben Diaz. He was great against Chelsea as well, Ruben Diaz. He's not had anywhere near the level of threat to deal with compared to like Nicholas Jackson and Nkunku. Liam Delap's occasionally thrown his weight about, but that's about it. That's a dirty bastard foul, that is. Get him in the fucking book. That's just totally unnecessary, that was. Just anger, just frustration, just trying to injure one of our players, that, you knobhead. He's going to do it again. He's done it again! Get him in the fucking book, ref! Same player, who is it? How many times? Yes, get him in the book. Just a frustrated knobhead, Al Hamadi. Just taking his anger out. He's trying to hurt us. Like, he's not even anywhere near the ball. That's an accumulation, that one on its own, probably not a yellow, but factoring in, he just completely tried to wipe out John Stones as well. Bernardo Silva. Is it? No, it's Nunes. Back post. McAtee. Oh, it's into the hands of Muric. Can't quite see what's going on sometimes on that right wing because the sun is so bright on that side. It's like reflecting off the back, but it's just like dazzling white. When the ball goes over to that right wing, I can't even see who it is. McAtee getting involved there, closing down, nods it into the penalty area dangerously. Gundogan into the area. Up in the air, the ball's a bit of head tennis going on in the penalty area here, but Rico's got that ball back. John Stones now all the way back to Akanji. It's been a good game. It's been a good performance. Good to see you, Aaron. Were you at the game, mate? Was it good? Was it electric for Gundogan as well? Anyone who's wondering, that is Stefan Borson's brother, Aaron. Long supporter of Typical City. Jack Grealish into the penalty area. Is that a penalty, referee? Everyone's saying it should be. The referee's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. And he's saying it's a free kick to Ipswich. And Jack Grealish is a cheating swine. He's booked Jack Grealish for diving. I'm not sure that's a dive. If it's not a penalty... No, that's not a penalty. He stood on his boot. His boot came off. I'm not sure it's a penalty, but it's not a dive either. Clearly there was contact because the Ipswich player's boot came off. It's not a dive. That's harsh on Grealish, that. In the gods. Yeah, mate. That's where I used to sit. South stand. I was in the first tier, though, luckily. It was a good little spot I had. I was like sort of like in line with the corner flag where I sat. In the south stand. And there goes the full-time whistle. 4-1, 3 Premier League points on the board. Comfortable as you like. And especially good considering we went 1-0 down, and to respond as quickly as we did to get the penalty. It was very nearly not a penalty, but thankfully it's the correct decision. VAR getting involved and doing the job that we wanted it to and getting the decision correct. It was a penalty. So Savinho wins it really good. Haaland takes it. Brilliant finish. The second goal was a fantastic ball from Kevin De Bruyne and nods it round Muric. Puts it into an empty net. Really nice finish. And then the third goal for Haaland was even better. Drilled into that bottom right-hand corner to make it 4-1 Manchester City. Thank you so much for joining me in the chat. It's been fun. I've enjoyed this stream and I hope to enjoy many, many more. I'm getting better at streaming. I'm starting to include you guys a little bit more. Hey, good to see you, Clara. A long-time viewer of last season. I remember, but yeah, don't worry if you can't make it to any streams now. But yeah, this is, look at you. You're getting names on the... oh, I've lost you now. There you go. But yeah, it's good to get you guys involved in the chat more as well, and being able to put your chats on the screen is something I've been wanting to do. Because I don't use StreamYard, which is what every streamer in the world uses, and I don't want to use what every streamer in the world uses. I want to use my own. I use OBS for anyone who's wondering, and it lets me have a unique overlay, something different, because I don't want to look like everyone else. I want it to be a bit different. But I also want the chat to be visible on the screen for you guys, so you have an actual say on the channel, not just me having to read you out all the time, but you actually can see and other people can see what you've said. I think it's a really, really important feature, and I'm glad that it's worked. And I'll sort out the audio, by the way, for the ones that super chats that are getting hello and I am saying a super chat or whatever. That was a terrible impression of whatever you said. But yeah, no, it's been good. It's been good. 4-1. Aston Villa, Arsenal up next. Let's go and watch that. I'm not going to do a stream because I don't do rival watch-alongs, but I will be doing a match reaction. So come and join me for that one in the next 5-10 minutes. Match reaction live, of course. So come and join me. Get involved in the chat for that as well. I'm excited for the season. I think we look really, really good. There is something promising here, and Manchester City could well be looking at a 5th Premier League title in a row. Thanks very much for joining me, Blues. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.